Hello and welcome to the Top Corner Podcast, episode 9. And it's an actual full episode this time because we've sorted out those goddamn mic issues that we've had over the last couple of weeks. We have got so much to talk through today. It is a big episode. The January transfer window is closing in a couple of days' time. We've got the week's fixture results and we've also got the weekly roundup to come later on today. Lots of things to go through and even a debate, which we'll be talking about transfer deadline day at the end of the show as well, of course. The finale feature and the team of the week analysis, which will be at 3 o'clock. If we're still live by that point, I think we should be. But loads to talk through in a short period of time. How are we, boys? I was waiting for that moment. I was looking at the clock thinking the intro's nearly done. I'll squeeze it in.
Beautiful.
How are we doing? How have things been over the last couple of weeks? Because, of course, obviously, last week we had a little bit of a problem, didn't we, with recording the episode?
You know
Crap.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
But we're into the prime transfer deals territory now.
We are.
It's the best time of the year. Second best time of the year.
As you can see in the title, we have put, of course, there's about a couple of big games that are going on. It's a massive week of football. But it's not just a massive week of games, it's a massive week of transfers. We are getting so close to deadline day. And talking about deadline day, we're just going to squeeze it in straight away. On Friday, Kieran and Rowan are going to be doing a 10-hour stream for transfer deadline day. I can see the pain in their eyes. They're thinking, oh God, this could be a long day if there's no deals. But you can join us for that.
The thing is, after we finish at 8 o'clock, I've got work at 6 o'clock the next day.
Oh God.
In the morning, so that's going to be...
But you can get home, get to bed. You're just in all the great transfers that are happening. How busy Carlisle have been. That's it. You know?
Exactly. What if there's no transfers? What if there's no significant transfers that day?
What do we do? 10 hours of us just waffling about any... There will be so many random... Who's better, Sonic or Mario?
We probably will be taking breaks in the 10 hours because we all can't go 10 hours straight without eating all.
That's what you think?
I'm going to bring some cans of beer.
People are going to be shifting in and out, I think. Yeah. But that is 10-hour stream.
I brought a quilt. I've brought a blanket. I've brought some pillows.
Staying overnight.
Get in there.
But it's going to be a big stream. 10 hours. Hopefully there's some good deals going on. Fingers crossed. Deadline day over these last couple of deadline days has been pretty... miserable, hasn't it?
I feel like it's all kicking off kind of today. Like yesterday and today, we've had a lot of deals which we'll be going through shortly.
It died since the Andy Carroll move. Do you remember?
The Andy Carroll move.
The Torres.
The biggest January transfer deadline day I think there's ever been. But that is 10 a.m. while 8 p.m. on the 31st of January. You can join Kieran and Rowan for transfer deadline day live. If you don't want Sky Sports, you don't want none of that Jim White shite, then come over to our channel. It's alternative. It's going to be a good stream. There'll be some news con and they'll talk you through all the deals.
Give honest views.
Shots
exactly.
Have been fired to Jim White.
All the shots being fired. We're not even 2 minutes in there.
in this game.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about all the deals from the EFL and around Europe. That will be on the 31st of January in, 2 days' time. It's coming thick and fast. But as you said before, a lot of deals have been done. We're really going to focus on the opening section today with the January transfer window. Lots of big deals going on, not just over these last couple of days, but in the last couple of hours. So without further ado, Kieran, talk us through some of the deals that are going on.
Right, so I'll read what you've written down and then I'll read what I wrote down yesterday off Twitter.
Go for it.
So Bruno Fernandes is now officially a done deal after reports emerged of a late Barcelona interest. He's obviously now, according to Di Marzio and Fabrizio Romano, in Manchester for a medical. Get in, lads.
Very excited, aren't you?
Honestly, I'm buzzing because I had the feeling it wasn't going to happen. But it seems what you said to me before we started. The Barcelona interest has pushed, like it's sped up the move.
Well, they were talking about it. It was like, wasn't it yesterday afternoon? It came out of nowhere. It was just like Barcelona have got interest in Bruno Fernandes, but they were going to kind of use him as bait to get Rodrigo.
Yeah, they were going to instantly load him to Valencia.
Some people were saying though that might have been Bruno's agent move because the moment he brought in the Barcelona thing, you offered not what they wanted, but
I think we just papped it and thought we're going to lose out here.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that's what the agent was doing. Just dangle a little carrot and go, if you want him, you better get him now because Barcelona will take him. If there was interest there ever. There's obviously interest in Rodrigo because I know Barca wanted him, but that's off now. That's not going to happen.
Just a bit of breaking news. According to One Football, Arsenal have made their first signing under Mikel Arteta.
Pablo Mari?
It's Pablo Mari from Flamengo.
Yeah. Pablo Mari is coming to the into the capital. So that's on my to be done list. So that technically done deal there.
That is official according to One Football. We'll move on. Steven Bergwijn was announced this morning to Tottenham. 0 goals in his last 20 games. Josh keeps telling me he's got 10 assists. All right then. About 30 million euros was it? Was it 30 million?
Yeah,
euros?
about 25, 30 million euros for Steven Bergwijn.
And he is getting obviously the shirt number of Christian Eriksen, who was moved yesterday to complete his medical to Inter Milan for about 17 million euros. 16.8 million, I think it might have been. Politano's moved from Inter Milan to Napoli on loan with a permanent transfer happening at the end of the season. Fee around 25 million euros. What do you think about that? I think that's a good move.
I don't think it's too bad. I mean, Roma has got quite a bit of interest in the player.
There was rumours, wasn't there? Because I think, was it Spinazzola that went from Roma to Inter Milan?
Yeah, it was going to be a swap deal.
Well, that obviously broke down. Speaking of transfers that broke down, Rodrigo has now broke down the transfer with Barcelona.
Yeah, that's off now. A lot of it was to do with a lot of it was actually to do with the Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, was it?
And the thing is, Valencia wanted a lot of money. I think they were looking at about 50 to 60 million euros they wanted for Rodrigo, and he's getting on.
Obviously, staying on Barcelona, Carlos Perez is also now having his medical in Rome with Roma.
That's going to be a 13 million euro deal. I think that's a pretty decent one. They've also got an option to bring the player back, depending on if any of the major clubs go in for him in the future.
A couple of seasons, if big clubs are interested, they're allowed to have like first picks.
Very similar to as you said of the Depay.
Right, well, so I'll speed this up because we're taking a bit of time. Hatem Ben Arfa has now joined his 8th club with Real Valladolid on a free transfer.
Former Hull City legend Hatem Ben Arfa.
That's
that's a good question. That can you name the other 7 clubs that he's been at?
Quiz yet,
No.
Newcastle, Hull,
Nice,
PSG. That's 4.
Where was he?
Valladolid is 5.
Where was he before we went to
Was he at Lille?
Newcastle?
Was it Lille?
I was
in
thinking
France.
Lille.
Was it Lille?
Yeah, he was a striker for Lille.
Well, that's a conversation for another day.
We got 5 anyway.
We got 6.
And Hertha Berlin, obviously, they've come into a bit of money. No one knows where that's come from. They've signed Lucas Toussaint from Lyon, which is a really good signing. 24 million euros, but he's going to be loaned back to Lyon till the end of the season. And they've obviously yes, apparently he's being loaned back.
Yeah,
this is according to Josh from Top Team Podcast.
It's probably true.
They've sent him back for the rest of the season.
I don't see what the point of spending 24 million on someone and then loaning them back when you could probably buy someone for 24 million.
To be fair,
I think players for 24 million.
Because Lyon have had a lot of injury problems right now. Their squad is looking a bit bare and thin, so I'm guessing that's probably got a lot to do with it.
Staying on Hertha Berlin, they've obviously made contact with AC Milan over Christoph Piatek for, I think it was 27 million, was it, Josh?
Yeah, Damasio was reporting that they've been in negotiations for the last couple of days. He's been linked with Tottenham, of course, and Chelsea. But Christoph Piatek could be moved to Hertha Berlin, about 27 million euro deal plus add-ons, and that could be a pretty decent signing for Hertha Berlin, who are looking to push back into the Champions League. And the other deals yet to be done, like you were saying, Josh. Thomas Souček is having his medical at West Ham today. He should be announced, but he's not in the squad flying to Portugal, as Rowan's told me.
The Czech League hasn't even started yet, and they've announced the squad they're flying. He's not there. So it's more or less confirmed he's leaving.
I think that's about a 15 to 20 million euro deal.
I think 17 million pounds I saw yesterday. It's quite
a hefty fee, but he's a
worth
great player.
He's been great.
He's a very good player.
Obviously, you watch Slavia Prague, don't you?
Yeah,
Because of Olyinka.
Because of Olyinka, he's captured my heart. So
he reminds me very much of Luka Milijevic, that type of player.
It could be a dark horse in the Premier League midfield.
100%.
Obviously, they need midfielders because Matt Noble's getting on a bit now. Pablo Fornals hasn't worked out quite the way they thought.
Matt Noble played till he's 60.
Who else has West Ham got in midfield?
Wilshere
Wilshere obviously doesn't want it.
Carlos Sanchez.
Carlos Sanchez is not good. Declan Rice, he's all right. Obviously, we've announced that Pablo Mari has gone to Arsenal. Now he's been announced by Sky Sports this morning.
That one's a loan deal with an option to buy.
Is it? Is it a loan
Pablo
deal?
Mari, yep.
Suso is having his medical in Sevilla today with a move from AC Milan to Sevilla. And I wrote down yesterday, according to Fabrizio Romano, that Suso is moving and it will be an obligation to buy if Sevilla qualify for the Champions League.
Which I think is very, very likely with the position that they're in the league right now.
And breaking news today is that Florenzi from Roma has gone to Valencia on a 6-month loan. The Roma captain, that is at 28 years old, has gone to Valencia on loan for 6 months.
No option to buy in that deal.
Was
that
is due to injuries? Because I know Pacini can play right back for them. I don't know if is he injured or is he just not?
I'm not going to lie, I don't know.
He's just not very good.
Well, he's Roma's captain.
And who else have Roma got at right back? Like Davide Santon?
Yeah, it's...
I mean, Florenzi is the captain. He should be the...
The only thing I can think of is if they've got somebody coming in very late on that they've already organised and let me go, but I highly doubt it.
Maybe they just needed to free up wages for
financial fair
Carlos
play
Perez or something.
Potentially. Andrea Petagna, the Spal striker, the Italian young striker. He's been linked with a lot of Italian clubs, Inter Milan and Napoli to name a few, but he's currently in negotiations to sign for Napoli. They've offered about 22 million euros for the Italian striker, which initially was rejected, and then I think they went back in with another offer, about 24, 25 million. They've accepted it. That deal will be for the summer, not for January. So that's a pretty big deal for Napoli. They're looking for a striker. And Kyle Walker-Peters, he is going to be moving on loan to Southampton. That should be announced within the next couple of hours. So if there is any deals that do happen as we go live, we will report on them.
I didn't realise Patania was so young.
No,
Yeah, he's a good player on his day.
just a few deals that got agreed yesterday. Gabigol, or Gabriel Barbosa, who's heavily linked with Chelsea this window and Tottenham, I think. According to Fabrizio Romano, will return to Flamengo after a £17 million deal was agreed between them and Inter Milan yesterday.
So there's a lot of deals going on. Of course, if you want to tell us in the comments of any deals you've heard of and tell us your thoughts and opinions throughout the show, then you are more than welcome to. I mean, obviously, Nusa, welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? He said about the Bruno Fernandes deal, he says he's agreed 4.5-year contract with the option of an extra year. He will earn around 70,000 per week.
Yeah.
Plus bonuses, and then he's also put about the Mertens, the strong links to Chelsea. They've come out in the last couple of hours that Chelsea have got severe interest in bringing Mertens to the Premier League. Of course, the Belgian striker, who's the all-time top goal scorer for Napoli, his deal is running out at the end of the season. So they're looking to bring him in for about 4 to 5 million. I think they were talking to Napoli, but Napoli, according to some other reports, are asking for 40 million, which is pretty excessive. So I don't know whether that's true or not, or whether Napoli are playing very hard ball and they don't want to get rid of him.
Chelsea should just wait till the summer, because I feel like we said a few times in the last few weeks that Mertens is out of contract in the summer.
He's getting on as well. He's getting on with age, Mertens, and I think
still is good though.
He's a great player. As I said, he's Napoli's all-time top goal scorer. But at the age of 32, do you think he's worth a punt?
Not for 40 million.
No. I think they should just wait till the summer.
I think
if he has genuine interest in going to Chelsea, then he should wait till the summer as well.
Yeah, there you go. News says Mertens has a 30 million release clause, I think.
Just leave it and wait till the summer.
It's a bit of a risky one. I
mean, think it's all to do with the Giroud situation as well.
Who's going to complete the French flag, like you said to me?
Arsenal, Tottenham, because he's rumoured to go to Tottenham.
Chelsea.
I mean, it's an interesting one because, as you said, obviously, if they do get Mertens in, then Giroud will go off. But there's a guy called Christophe Terra, who is a Belgian journalist. He said before the January window, Dries Mertens had his mind. Whose phone's going off? Had his mind.
How unprofessional.
Had his mind set on becoming Napoli's all-time goal scorer, which he did that a couple of months ago. I think just before their round of 16 Champions League. Sorry, not round of 16. Their last group stage Champions League game, and then he got injured. Chelsea have always been aware of his situation, his last transfer status, but who doesn't try?
Yeah, he's been a great servant, to be fair to him. He's been at the club a while, but as we were talking a couple of weeks back, I think the Napoli exodus is starting half a year earlier than I thought it would, because I do think that a lot of them are going to be gone come next season.
Like we were speaking before we went on air, Alan has been linked with Everton. I wanted to rejoin Ancelotti.
Yeah, there's been a lot of problems at the club. Alan's been one of the key figures at Napoli that's had real issues with a lot of the staff, and mainly the club president De Laurentiis. He has intentions of leaving Italy, and to be fair, there's a lot of players that don't want to come to Italy. I saw there was I can't remember who it was, but there was a player very recently linked to coming to Italy that just said no because of a lot of the racism incidents that have gone on down there. But I think that plays a key part, and he wants to come to the Premier League apparently. And of course, Ancelotti being at Everton, is this potentially a turn in the waters for Everton to bring in some big players?
We've spoken on the racism in Italy, haven't we? Before, I think
we have
with Balotelli.
Yeah, was it the second week we did the podcast? I feel like it was
a long time ago,
quite early
it?
on.
Yeah,
we've obviously spoken about the racism and what goes on in Italy, and I think it is right for players to turn down and say, no, we don't want to go there, because players at the end of the day, they have the right to not. You shouldn't be getting racially abused on a football pitch. You know what I mean? You're out there doing your job pretty much. I know they get paid stupid sums, but it's not their fault they're getting paid stupid sums. It's their agent that's obviously negotiating the best deal.
It's got nothing to do with how much they're being paid.
Yeah, exactly.
What the sport they're playing.
What colour of skin they are. It's nothing to do with that.
I completely agree. I mean, Nusa's put as well, of course, another deal that has happened. This one's in the EFL. John Kevin Augustin going from RB Leipzig on loan to Leeds. What do we think about that one?
Decent signing.
I don't really know, because I've not really seen him play that much. I know Leeds were getting buzzing because he scored 12 goals when he was 19, but
he's very short confident. confidence. The reason why is because when you look at it, he joined 2 clubs where he's probably joined them at the wrong time. So obviously Leipzig have got Werner, Poulsen, Matthias Cunha. They've got loads of strikers. So for him to squeeze into the squad is quite hard. And then he's gone to AS Monaco, probably thinking, yeah, I'll get some game time. And then Ben Yedder and Slimani have
Falcao before he went.
Yeah, they've had a lot of players where he's like because he's been so far down in the pecking order. It really has got to take his chance and make the most of it. So
very good friends with Benjamin Mendy.
But in Leeds, you saw it with Nketiah. Bielsa likes to pick Bamford. Is it going to be the same? Because obviously Bamford scored 2 yesterday to win a game.
Bamford deserves to start because
he scored the double yesterday to win a game.
So it wouldn't be fair.
But when Nketiah got the winner against, I think it was Brentford when they beat him 1-0, he obviously everyone were calling for him to start. Everyone's always been calling for him to start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scored the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored against Bournemouth in FA Cup.
He did.
But it just seems a bit like Bamford or not Bamford, really. Like, he just seems to like Patrick Bamford a lot. And I know Leeds fans are a bit ooh and ah on Patrick Bamford. But he's a goal scorer, and I think he does what he's meant to do. Do you know what I mean?
I think if he gets up running and gets a couple of chances, gets a couple of goals here and there, we might see him really hit his top form.
I just don't want to happen to him what happened to Eddie Nketiah. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Just coming off the bench in the 85.
But
in the 85th
I do
minute.
think a big factor in this transfer is the fact that there's an option to buy, while Nketiah never had one. I think obviously Bielsa sees this player has a lot of potential in him. I mean, he's had a real lack of games, and in the short amount of time he's played, he's had an incredible record of goals. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, news was put here. But how will he compete with Bamford? Will the manager change Leeds' tactics completely from a 4-5-1 to a 4-1-2-1-2 and play 2 up top?
I think the only way he can compete is if he just comes off the bench and scores a goal.
Yeah.
To be fair, and on the note of, I wouldn't change the tactics. The top of the league. There's no point to change your tactics.
They're doing well.
There's no point to change his tactics. Now I thought they was going to bottle it yesterday, but they managed to pull it back. But
No, they were 2-0 down, weren't they?
Yeah,
to Millwall.
in the first 45 minutes.
But this was exactly what happened when in the reverse fixture Leeds were 3-2 up and it ended 4-3 Millwall. So there's always goals when the two meet, you know. But
I think it was just the quality because Millwall's defending yesterday was very questionable.
Yeah, it
doesn't surprise me to be fair,
but hopefully he does well. I mean, obviously, as I said, the fact there is an option to buy on the table means that Bielsa must, and Leeds themselves must see he's got massive potential. And
Just
as I said,
speaking of Bielsa, if Leeds don't go up this year, I can't see him there next year.
No, I do think there'll be a lot of European clubs who'll be sought after him.
Like people have said, and Pep Guardiola said multiple times, he is the best coach in the world.
His vision as a manager is unbelievable.
And do you really? I'm going to say wasting away. No disrespect to Leeds fans. Do you really want him wasting away another season at Leeds when he? No offense to Leeds fans, because I know that they should go up this year. This is quotation marks their year because they are top of the league and they've been the best team in the Championship.
To be fair though, Newcastle went down with Rafa Benitez and he stuck out in the Championship.
He was only there for a year, wasn't he? Because obviously they went straight back up. He got straight back up.
But I guess it's easier when you're dropping down than going straight back up. For Leeds, they've been in the league for longer than I can remember. We've had a European stint since they've been back in the league.
If they were to
I think if they don't go up this year,
I don't see him having a third year in the Championship.
Do you know if they don't go up this year? Do you just question it's a mentality thing? They just can't.
They did it last year.
Line.
They got to this part of the season and then they started losing a lot of games. I know them and West Brom have now won 2 out of the last 14. I think it is.
Yeah.
Which is incredible for the best 2 teams in the Championship.
And they're still the top
I think it all depends on what his vision is. How long is his project at the club, because he's known for being quite a short-term guy. I mean, he was at Marseille. He was at Lazio after about a couple of days. I think it was at Lazio. He was there for a couple of days and then walked out because of his visions, and that was the opposite of what the club wanted, which seems crazy because you think, well, sure, you'd have a meeting before you
Did you
actually
Lazio?
Bring him in. Lazio, I think.
Speaking of Lazio, we can now move to the week's fixture results.
Boom, I like it. A nice little segue in. So we're going to move into this week's fixture result. We haven't, unfortunately, got a sound for it. We've got the weekly roundup. You'll actually be able to hear the sounds this week because it's working fine. But just to make sure If the sound does get a little bit buffery, do tell us in the comments, because we had an issue last time with it and it just completely
Are
ruined.
the cameras on this week?
Yeah, the cameras are on.
Oh my god, and it's not buffered yet. Get it?
No,
He's got his Hull shirt on.
It's a good start. So we're going to move on to our fixture results now. Last week we did predict results, but of course, unfortunately, we weren't able to get a proper stream out. So
because we lost Kieran, this is a Wolves shirt today. Just because we lost last night. You know?
I'm going to tally up the points.
Spoiler alert,
for the next
no one got a
episode.
prediction right.
Well,
We
I
don't
feel
know
like
this.
some.
I don't think so.
This Roma Lazio result, someone nailed that.
I don't think they did.
I
I
don't
feel like
sure
I
of
predicted the Lazio win 2-1.
I'll have to have a look, but we start off with Eintracht Frankfurt 2-0 RB Leipzig. Now it's safe to say none of us really predicted this one.
No.
I think we came into this basically saying that Frankfurt were right off because they'd had quite a poor run of form before the winter break. But it's the first time this season that RB Leipzig haven't scored in a Bundesliga game, which is crazy to think about it. There were goals from Almami Traore, the defender, and a late winner from Filip Kostic, giving the home side all 3 points, despite the fact that RB Leipzig had 22 shots. I think they had about 12
That's
or 13
incredible.
on target.
That's incredible.
So incredible victory there for Eintracht Frankfurt. It's the away side's first defeat since Freiburg on October 26th, which is it's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it?
And where are they in the league, Leipzig?
Top. They are still top.
They're still top.
Still top right now. It leaves the
Boston.
Bundesliga wide open because Gladbach got a victory, Bayern got a massive victory, and Dortmund also got a very big victory, which now means there's only 5 points between the top 5 in the league, which comes back to your point last week of how quiet have Leverkusen been, because they are now 5 points away from the title.
No one speaks about them.
They won, didn't they, this weekend?
Yeah,
They did.
Yeah,
Was it 3-0?
Yeah,
Yep.
But the thing is with Leverkusen, they've just. I think that's the best position to be in. Honest to God, I think the best position to be in is
Gathering
right,
momentum behind the pack.
It's that horse in the Grand National, right? That he's always in that middle pack.
Yeah.
And there'll be the 3 at the front, and they're going for it. And there's just one. You'll see him on the last furlong. He's coming round the side, and then in he goes. He's at 500 to 1. No one thought him coming, and in he goes to win
So
the league.
it's like
You know
a
what?
quality street.
You know what?
Oh,
I love.
so
You know what? You only get the best analogies on the top
You're
corner.
rustling- you're
You only get the
rustling
best
through box, you're
analogies.
thinking, where's this green trial?
They're
Where's
awful,
green
Rowan.
triangle?
I was.
So you eat the purple nut one because it's a good
No,
one.
you don't.
You even work your way through the strawberry
The
cream.
strawberry ones are the best ones.
Do you know what? I feel like
Yes,
every
they
week.
are.
Every week-
That is horrible.
No, the green triangles are non-swerving.
No, the purple nut one is actually like decent. Like
No,
I'm
I
okay
don't
with the
like
And
purple
then you
nut
rustle
one.
your way through. You see a green.
No, you don't. You see a green
the
triangle, you
green
think,
re-
get that to
No,
the side.
You see the green rectangle, but I think, oh, it's looking great. And then you see the green triangle, and you think, look at that.
So we've gone from
What do you think about green
a quality
triangles and
street's the one
quality
with the
streets?
golden,
Gone
the
from
small golden
Frankfurt, Leipzig
thingy.
to
You
Horse
know,
in the Grand
like a
National to quality streets.
golden barrel. Are they in
Oh
roses? or are
yes,
they in
yes.
They're in
Oh,
roses.
Streets
golden
are-
barrel.
Golden
Quality
barrel,
streets are the
nice.
one with like the toffee ones. Where it's
Oh, the
like,
toffee stick. Oh,
No,
not toffee
yeah,
stick.
the toffee
Ugh,
sticks.
not a
You've
toffee
got
stick.
Right,
the toffee, like,
back to the
circular ones.
football.
No, I'm explaining quality streets here. You've got strawberry creams. You've got orange creams. You've got.
But anyway, continuing on.
Right, we'll talk about
You've
just
got
how
the
big
blue
a.
coconut. You've got the two
Sick.
greens.
Thank you.
But there you go. That's
Right.
an analogy on the quality streets.
Back to the football now.
Back to the football.
Frankfurt obviously beat Bayern Munich, didn't they? They're on ground. They actually
did.
hammered them 5-1.
But
That's
they had
another.
a red card.
They did indeed.
I mean,
yes.
they still beat them though. They beat them 5-1. I mean, it's only Jerome Boateng that got sent off.
Hey, nah.
In fairness, in the league now, there's only 1 point which separates Leipzig and Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Bayern
Considering
Munich have
there
kind
was
of
a- I
turned it
think-
on, haven't they? Since
The annoying thing is,
winter
didn't we all
break.
predict this last week that Bayern
Yeah.
were going to somehow win
They did
the
it last
league?
year, didn't they?
Yeah, it's
And,
It's buying for you. It's the mentality,
In
isn't it?
fairness, Bayern only need to lose like I think 1 game, and Dortmund are in it. They need to probably draw a game, and
They probably
Leverkusen
still have to
are in
play.
it.
They probably still play each
to
other.
be
as
fair,
well,
I think
so-
all 5 teams are still in it. Like, that
obviously-
league is.
I say
Yeah. Toss
6
up.
because Schalke are still there. They're only 1 point behind Leverkusen.
Gladbach.
Oh wow.
Obviously, Florian Neuhaus scored that absolutely brilliant goal from halfway, pretty much just after halfway line, didn't he? Against
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Who
He
did they
did
beat?
against Mainz.
Mainz 3-1. Yep.
Fantastic goal. And,
Bayern Munich beat Schalke
Schalke.
5-0. Didn't they?
5-0.
Absolutely
Yeah.
hammered them.
That was a
Hertha beat Wolfsburg. Which
And
was kind of
Dortmund
close.
won. What did Dortmund win by? Was it 5-1?
5-1 against Cologne.
Yes.
that was a shame for Schalke because I
That
know
was-
they were in a tough spot facing Bayern Munich, but I tell you what, if they win that game, because they were up and about this, and to be fair, they still are because it's 6 points between the top 6. So I think if they would have really even got a draw or a win in this game, it would have even blown the league even
Yeah.
wider than it already
Well,
is.
a win, they would have gone ahead of the same points as Bayern, and they would have gone ahead of
If you took the 3 points off Bayern,
yeah, and they would have gone ahead of Leverkusen.
See,
the league is
it's interesting.
ridiculously tight.
It is.
The Bundesliga's always just good fun, isn't it?
I was
to
going
watch?
to say, we were saying last week the Serie A's the place to be. It might be the Bundesliga.
I've always said about the Bundesliga. I've just said it's just always been Bayern. Dortmund 1 year, Bayern. This year has been the best year for the Bundesliga for a long time.
Yeah,
100%.
Same with the Serie A as well.
I do feel like a lot of the the smaller Bundesliga teams, like your Leverkusens, your Schalkes, your Herthas, look at the way that Hertha's going right now in terms of bringing players in. They've got a mission, they've got a goal, and they're working towards it. I think
they are low in the table, they're 13th.
Yeah,
and yet they're still getting this money investment.
Obviously, they're signing. They might sign Christoph Piatek, which is going to be a really good signing for Berlin. I think that is where he will shine. That is his level.
Tell you what though, if you're a mid-table side, be it whatever league you're in, if you're seeing intent like this from your team, you will be very.
Lucas Toussaint's obviously he must have won the bloody League One before. He must have won it before.
Not with
no,
Leon.
he's only 22 years old.
He's only 22. He seems like he's been
very
around
young.
for the aging Lucas Toussaint.
Not with Leon, he wouldn't. I
But
was about to call Patania aging before. Turns out he's 24.
24.
he
Yeah.
is
No.
Lucas Toussaint's a really good player. He's obviously young, so he'll grow with the club. So is Christoph Piatek. And like you said, it shows really good intent for Hertha Berlin.
Well, they've got Luca Bacchio as well, who's young.
Yeah.
We have, yes.
So they might be building for in 5 years' time, challenging for the league. Or maybe
Bit like
not
Man
5,
United.
3 years' time, challenging for the league title. And I think, do you know what? If I was mid-table side, do you know if you was, I don't know, let's think of Newcastle, right? The way they invested in Almiron and Joe Linton and stuff like that, that is quite investments for the future and hopefully going up there. So, or they might be doing it as a profit machine, because if they all turn out well, they'll probably make a sugar ton of money.
Yeah, they'll make a lot of money. Talking about teams that are fighting for the title, this might have just cost them the title, to be honest. Valencia 2,
definitely.
Barcelona 0. A massive shock in the Liga as Valencia grabbed their first home victory over the Spanish champions since 2007. It was Maxi Gomez who was linked to West Ham. Remember that summer window where they were thinking they got him, and then Valencia swooped out of nowhere
He
and
has
brought him.
118 million release clause, does Max Gomez.
I still
does
think
indeed.
they got the better deal though, because I think Sebastian Haller will come good. I think he's a very good player.
He's
as
been
well.
alright, I think. He's
No, he hasn't really got the goals you want from a striker, but I think with his combination of pace, power, his heading, his shooting, he's got everything.
I
for
look
me.
at the team he's in, and I think that
Yeah.
team is not good enough to complement
Maybe-
what he does.
Maybe he needs a second striker, but West Ham don't have one, because when he played with Jovic,
They should play.
they bounced off each other really
They
well.
should play Mikel Antonio up front. I think. I think he's really good.
He just
Give it a
can't hit
try,
a
isn't
barn
it?
door.
Yeah.
That's the
But
only
Maxi
problem.
Gomez could hit a barn door, and he hit it twice because he scored 2 important goals for the
That's
home side.
brilliant. I love that.
I like that,
That
innit?
was
Good.
absolutely fantastic.
Hit it once, he went back for goal.
Well, he's got a penalty.
Well, no, he didn't. He could have had a hat-trick. First half penalty
That's me
was
not reading.
saved.
That's me not reading properly. That is.
You were close. Very close, but he did
Called it.
unfortunately miss first half penalty. Sagan did make the save. Quique Setien, it's his first loss as Barcelona manager. Of course, he picked up victories against Granada in La Liga as well as Ibiza in the Copa del Rey.
Having a party, weren't
They were indeed. Barcelona dropped, could have actually been 3-0 down. Gabriel Paulista hit a volley, and it was a ridiculously good volley, which was
Yeah.
ruled out for infringement.
I remember there was bare confusion, right? Professional bare confusion.
they? A lot of confusion for you out there.
No, yeah.
What's the bare minimum? One bear.
Just stop. Just
Brilliant, right, great. There there was
stop.
a lot
Hashtag
of,
Setien out.
a lot of confusion because this got viewed by VAR, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I swear everyone commentating the game was going, "What's happened?" Because no one knew why this was disallowed, and I still don't know why this was
And
disallowed.
it
I
was
can't
a
see
good
anything.
volley.
I can't see anything.
For
I can't say anything.
infringement.
Yeah, I don't know why this
Infringement.
was,
I don't know where the infringement came from.
because they asked him to retake the corner afterwards, didn't they? So maybe he blew the whistle before the if he blew the whistle before the
Was
corner
the
came in, you'd
cor-
be fuming.
Was the corner out of the quadrant?
No.
was that it?
No, basically, do you know, like the ref comes over sometimes and goes, "Hey, you two, stop cuddling." So basically, I think what
That is the
happened
biggest
was
problem in corners. Cuddling.
the
The
ball,
defender's just wanting a cuddle.
the ball might have just been hit, and the referee was cut like.
Right.
So I think that's what happened.
I just it's got to be, surely, hasn't it? It
But
was
then
just it was a weird one.
But then everyone was celebrating, and then they went, "Oh, that's an amazing volley!" And wait, we've got to take the corner again.
Yeah.
It's
No,
one of
we
them-
did exactly the same thing.
Well, sorry, fun story about when I was a kid, right? And I played kids football.
Christ.
The ball was
Was
like
VAR used?
no, the ball was like quite far out the edge of the box, right?
Right.
And this guy took a free kick, and he took the free kick and it sailed into the top corner. I cannot remember why the ref
Ronaldo.
asked him to redo it. So he went, right, you have to retake it. We're all arguing, obviously, because we're fuming. he only went and put that same free kick in the same
Oh,
corner.
yeah.
And
Oh,
my god, it
Was there limbs in the
it was-
playground?
oh,
Was there limbs in the playground?
It was
Why
like
would they have a referee in the
no,
playground?
it was Saturday.
Mike, we need you.
It was in Tranmere.
No, it was on a Saturday, like obviously not.
Ah, right,
Oh, I
right.
tell you what, I was lifting the corner flags and everything. It was great.
Run out
news.
at fans kissing badge.
Clarence, it's my home, lads, it's my
Oh,
home.
God.
So Barcelona
orange
dropped
off
now.
She never brought an orange, did me mum?
Really?
Cheap
What would
skin.
be
A what?
right if you was like?
She said, you got an orange from your mum? Went, no, she never brought
No,
one.
I
Cheap.
I thought that's what they're
Gone
giving
to
to
the
at
next
half time.
Do you know if you were like a footballer,
Right.
you could have one piece of fruit you can have at half time?
Oh, I was going
Oh,
to
an
say
apple.
Jaffa cake, so
Yeah,
I'm out of
maybe.
here now.
An
An
apple.
apple.
I'd have said an apple.
Yeah.
Banana.
Banana.
Not,
You can
not,
for banana down faster than an
not-
apple.
They're,
I was gonna
there are a
say-
lot of protein in bananas.
potassium. is in-
Potassium, sorry.
Yeah,
yes.
it's okay.
Obviously,
yeah,
that. fit-
I'm going to have a
Have
steak.
have you guys seen the clip of Marcus Rojo eating the banana in the Europa League game?
Yes,
No.
I have.
So what
I've seen his
happens
burnt
is,
toast instant.
so what happens is Jose obviously he must have been knackered because he only just come back from injury, I think.
Yeah.
And Ashley Young was warming up for a warming up as a sub, and he had a banana in his hand, and he was rubbing it about in his hand, and he were holding it on, waiting for bloody Marcus Rojo to come over and get it, and you get it, and the camera's just on him
Yes.
as he's eating the banana.
I remember this. Sadly, Josh didn't prepare pictures of bananas to put on the
No,
stream for
I didn't.
everyone.
Honestly, I'm
Yeah,
let down by that.
The only picture I've got is Messi looking despairingly down at the
Because
ground.
he didn't
because
have a
Barcelona-
banana.
Because it's
No, no.
hashtag Setien out already
Yes,
for Barcelona
already.
fans.
Barcelona, they're now obviously they dropped down second. They're 3 points behind the
football
leaders
this
of Real
weekend,
Madrid. Valencia, they stay seventh. They just missed out on the European spots by goal difference. Probably doesn't help the fact that they got beat by Mallorca 4-1 last week. So very weird, isn't it? 1 week you go from losing against a side pretty much in relegation battle to beating
Right,
Barcelona.
Big Dave, 46, who's just got married to his wife Susan, who's 43,
Is she?
and he's come in there and he's took control.
Of who?
Mallorca.
Quick question.
I was about to say, I was just to say what's going on.
Quick question. Who did Real Madrid beat?
Real Madrid. Oh,
Themselves.
Real Madrid. They.
Can I just say,
They
I'll have a
beat
look now.
themselves, did you
Because
just
you
say?
were talking about Real Madrid, and we'll get onto it in the future. Atletico Madrid are falling.
Did they draw 0-0? Was
You
it
did.
0-0?
They're
Yeah.
they're
Thanks a lot.
falling off
They
a
beat
cliff.
Real Valladolid 1-0.
There we go.
Valladolid.
Well,
Madrid?
we
Valladolid.
we've got a big
Real.
game to talk about in a bit because,
what is
of
Atletico?
course, this weekend is
The
the
Madrid
Madrid
derby.
So we'll
I
talk
don't
about
fancy
Atletico
Atletico's
Madrid
chances after the
a
last
little
couple
bit
of
more
games.
later on. But we're going to move over to
We're
Italy.
going to Italy.
We're going to go to Italy now. We've gone to Roma versus Lazio. We thought this game was going to be quite big. In terms of howlers, it was massive because both goalkeepers, Thomas Strakosha and Pau Lopez, basically made the Derby del Capitale an absolute failure because they both made absolutely terrible mistakes. If you haven't seen the mistakes from Strakosha and Pau Lopez, it's worth watching. So the first goal came from Enin Dzeko. He was able to beat the Lazio goalkeeper. It was kind of the fullback just hit a ball long, went for Dzeko. Strakosha came running out the box thinking he could beat Dzeko.
It's a bit weird
Went
because
over.
I'm
Enin.
sure last week one of us definitely said Strakosha's been really good for Lazio this
He
year.
has, no, Strakosha's a class goalkeeper.
But
He's
it's
only
just
young.
it's the curse of the commentator or
Yes.
the curse of the presenter in this
It's the
case.
curse of the corner, is what it is.
But,
Talking about curse of the corners, a Serbi then scored from a corner after making a mistake. It was between Pau Lopez
getting
and
better.
Smalling. Varied answer. I'll take it.
These are getting better and better, aren't they?
Pau Lopez and Smalling, obviously taking the corner. I don't know what happened because it was a bit of miscommunication. I think Smalling was at the back post and he basically said to Pau Lopez, "Move out the way.
Smaldini.
I'll clear it."
Couldn't understand his accent.
I've got
could he?
this. I've got this.
Pau Lopez came running towards Smalling. They both collided into each other. Serbi just went ding straight in the back of the net.
Pau Lopez was
So-
telling Mike to move, but I forgot he was called Chris.
So-
Mike!
So Roma stay in fourth and Lazio stay third.
They do
But
indeed.
Lazio do have a game in hand on, is it Inter Milan who are second?
They do, yes.
And if they do win that, they will go a point ahead of Inter Milan.
Very-
I'm pretty sure.
Sure it's in
So
Milan.
that puts them, they are, whoever's in second place.
Yeah, is it
Inter
in
Milan
Milan?
is in second place right now.
Lazio have a game, I think it's against
Verona.
yes.
I thought you meant
And
the
if
game
they were
hand
to win
against
that
Inter.
game, they will go second place. I think, is it a point behind?
They will be 2 points
2 points
behind
behind
Juventus.
Juventus.
Can I
It's
make
a
a
massive,
a special
massive
point
game.
ahead of Inter.
Something I want to say is AC Milan are coming back, and I think they will genuinely get. They've been on a
They
mad
were really
run of
good.
form.
I watched
They
the
beat Torino last. Oh my God!
watched the highlights. Hakan Çalhanoğlu came on, changed the game completely for them.
Can we please talk about Torino this weekend?
What? Oh yes.
Um,
why is
Please-
not that not on
Can
there?
we please talk about
Well,
Torino?
We didn't expect Atalanta to
Atalanta
smash
demolished.
Torino 7-0. I
Demolished
was
Torino.
watching the game and I said about the mistake there, but if you haven't seen Josip Ilisic's third goal
Yep.
for his hat
The
trick.
halfway line.
It is one of
Saw
the
it.
most unbelievable goals
Yep.
you will see this season in Serie A. He hits it from the halfway line. It's just a free kick from the halfway line. He just puts it down on the floor, sees Sirigu's off his line, kicks it, goes straight in the back of the net, and Sirigu just looks
tell
down
you
at the
what,
ground.
Sirigu had a howler yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, when he made
he had
the
a
save,
howl
yeah.
yesterday. Channel Oglu, tight angle to make it 3-2 in extra time. Should have saved it easily. He
They've,
just went straight through and went to corner.
11 goals in their last 2 games they've conceded, and I would say it's
Walter
looking
Mazzarri
very,
out.
very
Their
likely
defe-
Walter Mazzarri is going to get the sack.
Their defending was very questionable yesterday. I know for Ibrahimovic's goal, someone went absolutely straight through the back of him and he still put it in top corner.
Their defender though got a double. Bremer got a
Yes, he
double
did.
here.
Yes.
He did.
He looked so surprised at the first goal that he found himself in that position. He didn't
And
celebrate.
Rebic also had a goal disallowed for
Handball.
quite a questionable.
No,
handball.
it was because that's the rule.
It is the rule, but it's question.
It's nice to
It's
see.
very similar to Laporte's handball at the start of the year, and Rowan's missed the bin.
I'll tell you what though,
with a ball.
Ilicic, you can take that type of shot when you're oozing the confidence that he is at the
He's been
moment.
really good this year.
He is
The
unbelievable.
thing
He's
is,
31
he's
now.
very underappreciated. He's been doing it for the last couple of seasons, but because his name's starting to get bigger and Atalanta, of course,
Just a
Champions
shame
League
he's kind of
football, and
31, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a bit
He's-
younger,
because
it'd
his
be.
name's Ilicic then.
Ilicic,
No,
Because
Josip
his name
Ilicic.
Ilicic.
Yeah.
Is he Slovenian?
He is Slovenian, yes, but the way that the club have been right now with the Champions League football, he's using so much confidence that
32.
he's
32.
Just
such a good player,
13
and it's
goals
just a
this
shame.
What?
It's his birthday today.
Is
no
it?
way.
Well,
Genuinely.
happy-
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Joseph.
Well, we've
well,
absolutely
we
bottled that.
bottled that one.
3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday,
Josip
Josip
Ilicic.
Whoa, right,
At least we did it
Thank
together.
you,
There we go.
Josh.
Right. Anyway, we're going to go on to the weekly
can't believe
roundup.
that.
Let's go into it. Come on, boys. Weekly roundup. Weekly roundup. We love it. Yeah, right. This is the weekly roundup. How'd you like that? We've got some brand new
Love
sounds,
it.
of course,
Absolutely love it.
to get you into each section. We are now at the point of the weekly roundup. I've just realised I've got no pen to tally down anyone's score. So has anybody got a pen on them?
You know what?
So I can tally the
I've
scores.
absolutely done it for you again.
Perfect.
I have, as always, come prepared because when you're a journalist, you need a pen.
Exactly.
And here you go. There's a pen right there.
Thank you very much.
Need that back for when we do quiz.
Perfect. Right,
Yeah.
so this
Sorry,
is
but-
the weekly roundup. As you know, every single week over the last couple of weeks, we take a couple of games from around Europe and we predict the scores in the hopeful of picking up points. Now, unfortunately, I said we didn't really get to do it last week properly, but we did put some predictions down, so I will have a look and see if anybody got some points, but it's safe to say nobody predicted Frankfurt or Valencia to win.
No.
Should we
I
each
do
do one
feel
each?
like somebody might have got a point between Roma
I
and
do
Lazio.
think the Roma Lazio because
I do-
I
yeah,
think
I
people
I
thought
feel
it was going to
like-
be a draw. I think I might have gone 2-2.
Now, I put a little bit of a curveball in this week. It's not really a curveball, just the fact there's some big games going on, not just in the top 5 leagues. So we've got Real Madrid v Atletico Madrid, of course, the big Madrid derby in
Should
Spain.
we each do one each? Should
Yeah.
we go through one each?
We've
'Cause
got
there's 5
Traps-
of us. Obviously, someone's going to have to do one, other people have to do 2.
There's 4
Yeah.
of us.
We've
I struggle about your counting.
Sorry,
Trabzonspor
absolutely bottled that.
versus Fenerbahce in Turkey, which is a massive match with how close the Turkish league is. We've got RB Leipzig once again. They're coming back this week. They're playing Gladbach. It is
Oh, I
a
love that.
massive
Massive
game in
game.
Germany. Talking about big games, there's a big game in Holland as well. Ajax versus PSV Eindhoven. Now, when I was looking at the stats, actually, it's surprising to see how far PSV are down in the league. They're 5th in the Eredivisie right now, 11 points from the top spot. And finally, we've got Spurs versus Manchester City. Now, I'm going to play a game with the bonus points. You might see on our list right now, Panathinaikos versus PAOK is there. That is a absolutely humongous
Paok.
game in France. If anybody can
France?
predict
In
in
France?
France, in Greece,
Is it going
not
in
in France. Well, with the way things go these days, they're playing the Spanish Super Cup in Saudi Arabia. Who knows? But it's a massive game in Greece. No offense to any Panathinaikos or PAOK fans there. It's in Greece,
Now
not
they're
France.
enjoying their holiday in France.
For the person who predicts the
booking the tickets
score,
already.
the closest, double points for that one.
quick, just saying. Paok, they own former Hull City
we
legend
go.
Chuba Akpom.
Right,
Just
Let-
saying.
But he's in Greece, not
right,
France.
we're
Are
getting
you sure?
right. Let's get started.
100%.
So on Saturday,
Oh, let's
3
do-
p.m.
Come on then. Oh, can I just say sorry before we
Yes,
carry on?
go on.
Fixtures that aren't on this list, by the way. What a weekend of football it is. Chelsea v Leicester didn't make
West
the
Ham
list.
Liverpool
Man United
tonight.
versus Wolves.
Man United Wolves didn't make the list. How good's that?
I mean, it doesn't make the list because these are all games at the top of the division. Really, I don't know where Panathinaikos and PAOK are. Probably in France.
Paok won the league last year. Didn't they go unbeaten
Top
last
of the
year?
league in Greece. They went unbeaten.
Not in France.
Not in France.
Obviously, Spurs and Man City is a massive game because it's Man City and Spurs. Right, we'll start anyway. I will start. So Saturday, 3 p.m, the weekly roundup. It's kicking off with Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. So the Madrid derby is always a spectacle of a game. However, in the 2 of the last 3 meetings in all competition, the fixtures ended 0-0.
Spectacle.
Please don't be 0-0 this time. Including the most recent Spanish Super Cup game just above 2 weeks ago. Obviously, it was such a boring game.
No, Valverde made
Valverde
that
had
the
a
best game.
He took it into his own hands, didn't he? Really, absolutely.
But there'd be no
demolished
extra time
that
in this
player.
one.
No, they won't be.
Nope.
Just be 90 minutes 0-0. A point each. For Atletico Madrid, Simeone's side is going through a rocky patch as the club runs through a season of transition with lots of new signings from the summer window. They've not really hit the ground, have they?
No, they
Some
haven't.
signings.
In fact,
A lot of them are young, though.
Pretty
Unfortunately,
embarrassing, wasn't it?
João Felix has had an injury, so that's understandable. But
He is,
And
yes.
Hazard's also out as well.
Hazard, is it? Oh, Hazard. Oh, is it?
Yeah, Hazard's out.
They've not won in the last 4 games. They've had a 0-0 draw at the weekend. Who the draw to Josh? Tell me, please.
Oh, you're putting pressure on me here.
I am,
I've got
I've-
the-
Well,
I've
they
got
lost. They lost to Ibar. I remember they losing to
2-1.
Ibar 2 weeks ago.
That's
Yeah.
also on there, sir. They lost 2-1 to a third tier side.
so basically, with the way it's been going
It was
right
Copa
now,
del Rey on the
they
last
got a
week.
0-0 draw against Leganes, and Leganes were down to 10 men. So, pretty embarrassing.
Will Diego Simeone get signed?
No.
No.
Will he?
I can't. Can I just say though that
Go on.
loss to Cultural Leonesa is a very bad result. But in their only defence, Ibiza will go into the next round until late on. So
Until the 94th minute. when
And
Griezmann scored.
Real Madrid, the side that they faced as well, were putting up a pretty decent battle.
Yes, so Real Madrid, however, now have a 3-point advantage over Barcelona after their 2-0 loss to Valencia last week, and they'll be looking to capitalise further with a statement result over their arch rivals, as Josh has put here.
This game is humongous. This game is going to mean a lot to both fans, specifically Atletico Madrid
They
fans,
need-
If
because
Atletico
they
Madrid
need
were to
a win.
would it change their season? I'm doing quotation marks there.
Well, think about another game we forgot last week, Napoli-Juventus.
Obviously, Napoli beat
beat
them, didn't they? 2-1.
Juventus 2-1, and that could really kickstart their season. So a result like this could really put Madrid back in the
So-
driving
If
seat.
Real Madrid drop a point, if they lose this, Barca win.
Barcelona. Even if they
Or
draw, the Barcelona right back in it, are they?
Yes.
Or even if
So
they
predictions
lose.
then, boys. Kieran, we'll go to you first, since you're first on the list.
I don't see Atletico's tide turning in this one. I'll go 2-0 Real Madrid. I love
2-0 Real
Atletico.
Madrid.
They're my favourite team in Spain, but
Right, since I'm next on the list, I will go for 1-1 because
on.
I can see it being a tough affair for Real Madrid. And
I've
Rowan,
just
you're
got the
next.
previous results here. It's 0-0, 0-0, 3-1, 1-1, 0-0, 1-1, 3-0, 1-1. So I'm going to go for 4-0.
0-0.
4-all. Yep, 4-all. Perfect.
4-0.
Josh, what are you going for?
2-2.
oh, Desmond.
I feel like
Shut up.
there's one game that Atletico Madrid are going to be up for, and it's going to be this one. They've got a really tough run of fixtures. I'm talking they've got Real Madrid in this game on Saturday, Granada next Saturday, but then after that they've got Valencia, Liverpool and Villarreal back to back to back. So there's a lot of pressure on Madrid to get a good run of form going, because even after that they've got games against Sevilla, the second leg against Liverpool and Bilbao, so a lot of pressure on them. We'll move over to a game that kicks off on Saturday, 5 o'clock. This is the Turkish game between Trabzonspor and Fenerbahce. Once again, this is a massive one, very similar to the Bundesliga. The whole Super League right now is incredibly tight in terms of
fairness,
positions.
They're not
Quick
even.
question.
I thought these teams were top. They're
Quick-
not.
Quick
They're
question.
not, no.
Sivasspor.
Trabzonspor, is that the one that Sturridge is at?
It is, yes.
And Soloff.
Yes, it's a very, very close one. There's only 6 points separating the top 5 teams. Right now, Galatasaray and Besiktas are the two sleeping giants. Besiktas are 11 points off the top spot, and they've actually just recently sacked their manager and brought in somebody else. Can't remember who it was exactly. But it's very, very close right now. Sivasspor, they are the surprise side of the Turkish league. They lead the league on 41 points, 4
Was that
points
the team
above.
Eto'o played for?
No, he played for Antalyaspor.
Italian.
Fenerbahce, they're in second. Trabzonspor in fourth. It is a battle of the league's top goal scorers. On loan, Palace striker Alexander Soloff is the top scorer in the league with 15 goals. But Vedat Mariki, who is Fenerbahce's leading striker, scored 12 goals this season. He's been subject of interest from a range of European clubs. He's only 25. He scored 2 goals in his last 3 Super League matches. Both sides have won 4 of their last 5 games in Turkey. The pressure is on because Trabzonspor, this is their game in hand. Now, if they win this game, they go to second. If Fenerbahce win, they'll only be 1 point behind Sivasspor. The pressure is really on right now in Turkey.
I have no idea what to predict here because I don't watch Turkish football. I've heard of these players before. I know Alexander Solov.
Should I make my prediction?
He's massive.
I like to put a little bit of a curveball in.
Mariki's obviously. Mariki, I've heard of him before. I'll go for 1-0.
You're going to go 1-0?
Sorry to just straight up go. It's straight in there, Kieran. I know you were first, and you're looking at me like you want to kill me now because you probably think you're 1-0.
If you want a little bit more context with in terms of goals and things scored, Fenerbahce have scored 38, conceded 21. Trabzonspor have scored 41, conceded 19.
So that is telling me 0-0.
0-0. Going for a 0-0. Nice.
Go on, Rowan. What are you going for?
3-2. Trabzonspor.
3-2 Trabzonspor.
A Sturridge hat-trick.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Anyone else?
You've got to think to yourself right now, Soloff and Sturridge.
How many goals has Sturridge got? I don't know.
Sturridge, I think, scored about 6 or 7. He's not been doing too bad in Turkey. Most importantly, he's not been getting injuries either.
6'4" winger under Roy Hodgson.
It's crazy, isn't it, to think how Soloff.
He came though because he's still young.
He is, yes. He had
he's
quite
similar to Haaland, didn't he? Not in the terms of like the
one better than the other.
Obviously levels above Soloff, but
Soloff. Levels. Well, the thing is,
Soloff is levels above Erling Haaland.
Before he came to Crystal Palace, he was really, really good at FC Midtjylland. He scored, I think it was like 10 goals in 19 games, which is a decent record.
We absolutely annihilated Midtjylland 5-1 at Old Trafford after they did us 2-1 in. Is it Danish? Is it Denmark?
Depay had him on strings.
Yeah, Depay had him on strings.
Go on, Josh. What are you going with?
I am going to predict for this one a 2-1 win to Fenerbahce. I think.
You going for the away team?
Yeah, I think that Fenerbahce are going to put the pressure on Sivasspor here. But it's nice to predict a different league. I've got to say, credit to Fenerbahce, because you've got to think only a couple of years ago, I know they tend to be up the top spots. They were very, very close to getting relegated.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too long ago. They were
until
ridiculously
they signed Andre
close.
Ayew.
They changed everything.
Speaking of away wins, could Gladbach get an away win? It's poor, that, lads.
I liked that.
No,
I thought it was alright.
It's Leipzig v Gladbach. After a disappointing loss against Frankfurt from Leipzig last week, they've got another major challenge as they face Gladbach at home this week, who got their first win. And Leipzig are looking to bounce back from their first loss in over 3 months since October, as Josh mentioned earlier. Gladbach have been on a patchy run of form. The one win in the last 3 came in their last one against Mainz this weekend, so maybe they're back on form. Both sides need to win if they want to keep up the pace with Bayern, Dortmund, Leverkusen, and Schalke. I'll include them in there as well, because they're in 6th place, if they have any intentions of winning the Bundesliga. What is your thoughts, lads?
Did Leipzig, did they draw, not last week, the weekend before, did they draw 1-1? Was it 1-1? I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Probably won.
Not last week, speaking, the fixture before going on.
They beat Union Berlin 3-1, Augsburg 3-1, drew with Dortmund just...
That might be the game, I think. That might be the game I'm thinking of.
That was 17th of December.
So in terms of Leipzig, they obviously need to bounce back as you've put down on the sheet. And Gladbach, it would be as long as they don't lose, I think I think they'll take that, because obviously Leipzig have been the best team in the Bundesliga this season.
Whoever wins goes first.
Oh, is that? Does that happen?
Does it depend on Bayern?
It does depend on Bayern Munich.
Who do Bayern Munich play?
Bayern Munich, they will be facing Mainz away.
Right, so
and
while Dortmund, they have Union Berlin, and that's at home. While Bayer Leverkusen, they have got Hoffenheim, which have been struggling.
Wait,
just a quick question: where are Union Berlin in the table?
Are 7th.
Where Union Berlin? Are they the bottom?
Didn't they nearly do a number on Dortmund last time? I swear they went 2-0 up or 3-0.
Union Berlin.
I think
that
was
they went 3-0 up, didn't they?
I thought that was the team at the bottom of the league that did that.
I'm just having a look now.
Who's at the bottom of the league?
No, Union Berlin have actually beat
Paderborn, actually.
Dortmund.
Did they beat Dortmund?
They beat Dortmund.
It was Paderborn you're thinking of when they went 3-0 up at Dortmund.
Yeah, but they think he did beat them, Union Berlin, so they have struggled against them. But it's not even any of these teams in this game.
No, it's not.
But it's me. Oh, bloody hell. Was not expecting this. I'll go. I just can't see Gladbach. Oh gosh, this is tough.
It's tough because I want Gladbach to not lose.
I want Gladbach to win, but
it's hard to back against Leipzig, who've only lost one game in 3 months.
Do you know what? I'll go 3-1 to Leipzig. I hope they bounce back big on this one. 3-1 to Leipzig.
Kieran D?
I can't see Gladbach getting anything, to be honest. I think it'll be quite... I don't want to say routine for Leipzig, but I think it'll just be like Like they'll grind it out and they'll get the win. I'm gonna go 3-0.
Do you think they've lost a spark?
3-0.
Do you think they've lost a spark, Leipzig? Not Leipzig, Gladbach. Do you know, like earlier we were talking
They
about
played
how
really well last week.
Yeah, I know, but like I think it was that game.
There's always going to be a part of the season for a team like Gladbach where people will be they'll drop off and people will think, oh, this is it. It happened to Leicester.
It feels since, do you know when they beat Bayern and they were on top of the world?
Yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of actually? Leicester this season.
Yeah.
They were brilliant up until they faced Man City
And Liverpool.
and well even then because they faced Liverpool.
We've also beat them.
But
They beat Bayern early on in the season.
Oh God, back 2-0. Ben Sabani got a double.
2-1.
Ben Sabani got
Yeah,
2.
the left back.
But basically, so Leicester were great up until they beat Man City, and then since then they've been really inconsistent.
I don't think they've been bad.
No, they've not been bad.
I don't know why we're being honest, but they obviously got beat yesterday, Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup final against.
They've just not
probably
been the
Man
same
City.
force.
Yeah. Can we also talk about Man United and Man City on this? I just want to run over.
yeah,
Run
of course
over
can.
how we're going to get absolutely dominated.
What we predicted for this one, Rowan?
5-4 Leipzig.
5-4 Leipzig?
Yeah.
It could happen. I'm going to predict
I don't think we've got any trouble of him getting the score right, Kieran. So it's probably just going to be me and you.
Excuse me, wait until Ajax PSV Eindhoven.
Well, you're reading this one out.
73-73 all.
1-0 Leipzig. I'm going for.
Leipzig.
After you,
At least
Rowan.
we went for goals, you know.
Yeah, I'm
1-0.
going for a 1-0, simple one. Jump into the Ajax PSV. And let
Yeah, I'll
you do.
do BPL.
I'll
go
do
for it.
Do you want me to do the Spurs one, and then you can do the Panathinaikos one?
If you want, yeah. So for the
Go on, Rowan, after you.
go on then. Do you want to go for it?
What?
Are you doing
I
this
just
one?
said-
Ah,
do
go
the
on.
BP
I'll do it then.
I said I'll
For
do
the last
the
couple of
BPL.
years, the battle for the Eredivisie
can do whichever
title
one you
has
want.
been fought between Ajax and PSV. This is a very, very big game. Although Ajax find themselves at the top of the league, PSV are down in 5th right now in the Eredivisie. They are 11 points away from their rivals, which is something you don't really ever hear of. Usually, it's a very,
No,
very
But
close battle.
I think that proves how important Lozano was to them.
Yes,
Yeah.
And the way they
100%.
played. I think and now they've,
They've lost Bergwijn
as
yeah.
well. You
He's
know?
got
Yeah.
no goals in 20 games.
But he's got
Why
10
do you-
assists.
Why do you keep bringing that up?
And quite funnily enough, if we just have a quick check, he is the 3rd top assister in the league. Stefan Bergwijn, he was. So pretty
Oh,
decent.
yeah.
for him.
Where is he with goals then?
But it's not about the goals. They are, theoretically speaking.
If he played for Man United and he had no goals in 20 games, he'd get ridiculed.
But if he got
No,
10 assists, he wouldn't
because
get
at least he's got
ridiculed.
10
No,
assists.
he'd
yeah.
get ridiculed, and we know it.
Lingard went a whole year without goal and assist. He deserves
In the
to be
Premier League,
ridiculed.
he scored against Arsenal in the FA Cup, and he scored against Astana, and he got an assist against Rochdale.
But they're 10 assists in the Eredivisie.
Yeah, but that's
I was gonna
Eredivisie.
say,
That,
did you see what teams he named? then?
that's
Astana, Rochdale. He got some against Tranmere as well.
Arsenal.
Speaking of
Found his
finding
level.
yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah, finding his level.
Arsenal.
Exactly. Down there with Tranmere.
Ah.
But although Ajax are top of the league right now, they aren't in the best of form.
Can we
Both
just go 1 week
sides have
without
only-
ridiculing Man United?
No, it's not fun.
I know we're gonna get beat tonight. Just let me have it. Just let me have that we've got Fernandes, and just let me have it.
It's a bit fun in it, you know.
Both sides,
I
they've
don't
only won.
Same thing in it.
Rowan has just done the worst jailings I've ever seen
And that was
with
on
his
camera.
pinky fingers.
That was on camera as well.
It's like you.
Eat a dub.
But both sides, they've only won 2 of their
Have you
last
seen-
5
Can we
matches.
just speak some? Have you seen the Bergwijn thing where he's doing the W for Bergwijn?
No.
You've
Yeah.
not seen it?
No.
It was on Tottenham's.
Yeah, go on to Tottenham's Twitter and there's Bergwijn. It says Berg, J-I-N. When it was him doing the W,
Oh right. Okay.
where the W should be.
He's no Jameis Winston.
So he's not eating
No.
W. He is a W.
He's going to be there in the team talk. Who wants to eat a dub, lad?
You see this? Eat it.
But Ajax, their star man this season for goals and assists has been Dusan Tadic. He leads the assist table in the Eredivisie with 14 assists. Barcelona have actually been snooping around the midfielder. They see him as an alternative to Rodrigo, which is
Who would have
crazy.
thought when Dusan Tadic were at Southampton that in a few years' time he'd be one of the best players in Holland, and arguably last year one of the best players in the world. That's why he were in the
Ballon d'Or.
Team of the Year
wasn't he?
nominee in the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, he was
One of
nominated.
very few players to
nominated
get
for
a 10 from L'Equipe.
Yes.
Yes, he was when they played. Was that when they played Real
Puts him
Madrid?
in the same
Was indeed,
place
yes.
as Messi.
Yeah. Who would have thought when he were at Southampton that he'd be linked with Barcelona in a few years' time and he'd be playing for.
I think it just proves that some players suit certain teams, and that.
I don't think he was bad at when he played for Southampton. I always was.
No.
When Man United were to play Southampton, I was always like, Tadic is the danger man.
He's a bit-
He's the one that will score the
For
goals.
me though, he's a bit like, as I always say, Shaqiri at Stoke
Yeah.
and Boufal maybe now at Southampton. there's moments where you think, what a player, but it's not consistent enough.
However, he's moved more centrally at Ajax. He obviously was playing at the wing and Southampton. He's moved to the striker.
Like a striker, yeah.
And talking about strikers, PSV, Daniel Malen, he's got 11 goals for the side.
Sorry, I'm
PSV.
just thinking, does he play more? Do you think he plays more like Firmino? Do you know who's a striker, but he kind of plays that
I don't know how Ajax play.
midfield? Go, Josh,
Who do they play on
you're
the
our
wing?
European expert.
Who do they play? Doesn't Ziyech
The
play
way Ajax tend
Wing.
to play is
Ziyech plays on the wing.
wing play. They play. It tends to be a 4-3-3.
Obviously,
So right now,
Promes
what they've
plays
been
one
doing,
side, Neres on the other.
they play Tadic. Sometimes they'll play Tadic up front as a striker.
The last
Um,
game they played against
They've got
Groningen-
Ryan. Obviously, they've just signed Ryan Babel, so they tend to
Well-
play Promes.
No.
Promes
I say
Babel.
that, but the
Yeah.
last game they lost 2-1 to Groningen. Tadic was
Brilliant
up front,
pronunciation.
Yeah,
Babel on the right,
Yeah.
Promes on the left. Then Gravenberch, De Jong, Van der Beek.
So Ryan Babel got a start
I was
over
about to say,
David Neres.
Will David Neres please move? Because if he's
Was he on the bench, Neres?
no,
He
must be
might be injured. Will you check that for us?
Yeah, I'm just checking now. But they
Huntelaar
do
was.
play
Class.
Tadic.
That's class.
Tadic plays
That's
as
class. That plays
Tadic
someone.
plays as a striker.
Do you think he
and
plays
it's,
like Firmino?
it's Promes and Babel. Yeah, I'd say very much he does play like a 4-3-3, but he'll play as like the Firmino
Yeah,
style
'cause
role
he's
where
not
he'll
the
hold
one
the
to
ball
run
up and
behind.
Promes and Babel will do the running and things like that.
Babel does. I doubt Babel does the running.
No, Babel was good at Fulham.
Yeah, he scored
He
like
was
3
actually.
goals. He
In a
was
poor
alright.
Fulham side.
I questioned his hair colour when it was like bright red.
You've got Pogba, he changes his haircut every week.
Yeah, but everyone's got used to that now. When
He played Man City and he dyed his hair blue.
he also scored a double that game. We won the game 3-2.
I know. I'm
Give
just
it a
saying.
rest.
Daniel
Don't make me bring
Malen.
Huddersfield up.
He scored 11 goals for PSV this season. Of course, as we said before, Stefan Bergwijn has now left PSV. He was their top assister with 10 assists this season. He's moved to Spurs. Predictions,
No
boys.
goals in 20.
Predictions.
Yeah, he's got no goals in 20 if you didn't catch that.
What are we thinking here? PSV in 5th. They're on 36
Well,
points.
KL
Ajax in
is
first on
first on the
47.
I was going to say, is it? I don't
Mr.
think.
Kieran Lawler.
I don't think I'm if you're in Eredivisie, I don't think you're scared of PSV anymore.
Also,
like without
Ajax did
Lozano.
lose to Groningen.
Groningen.
They obviously
Yeah.
got beat by groin injury last week.
But they were away.
Right,
and
to
they're-
give you an idea as well of the last games that Ajax and PSV have played against each other, they have been 1-1, 2-0, 3-1, 3-0. This game never tends to be
To
short
who?
of
To
goals.
who?
So the last game was obviously 1-1 draw. It was 2-0 to Ajax, 3-1 to Ajax, 3-0 to PSV.
Ooh, go
It's
on, PSV.
topsy-turvy when these two play.
Okay.
Ajax are at home, by the way, for this one.
I'm going to go with 3-0 Ajax. I just
3-0
don't
Ajax.
see PSV being the same.
I
as the
feel
other
like
one.
Ajax have progressed a lot after their run in Champions League last year. Obviously unlucky this year. I think they're miles ahead of anybody in the Eredivisie.
But they should have got out
To
there.
make
Well,
groups,
they're
to be
not.
fair. They should have got out that group.
Theoretically, they're
3
not.
points.
AZ Alkmaar are in second,
Yeah.
3 points.
Obviously, they're not in terms of table, but I think the team and the quality
Oh, yeah.
is miles better than anything that's been in the
100%.
Eredivisie.
See,
I am going to go for 3-0 to Ajax.
most of these quality players from the Eredivisie have been picked up. If you think Delict, obviously, De Jong, Lozano, Johan Bach got picked up from
You-
AZ.
Think
Bergwijn.
about
No goals
just
funny.
the players that PSV have moved on in recent years. Strootman,
Yeah.
Robben, obviously Depay, Lozano. They are a machine for making talented
Is that not just the
young
Eredivisie
players.
in general?
Van Aanholt.
Because we talked the same about Ajax.
That's
we
just
said-
PSV.
I know we talked the
It's
same
crazy,
about
isn't
Ajax
it?
and the way they have
Yeah.
been cycling through
Lato also plays for PSV, doesn't he, Rowan?
It's mental that we talk about like
Sorry, I
Ajax
didn't have
being
an
the thing you
offence,
through, and then we're
it's fair.
talking about Tadic, who's like 30 odd years old,
Yeah.
being their like star man, whereas they keep cycling through these players.
So,
It
have
really
we,
is
have we
crazy.
all made a prediction? Rowan, have you
No,
made your
Rowan?
prediction?
What are you going for?
4-0 Ajax.
Go on.
See, that's not even a bad prediction.
No, it's not, because it could happen.
I am going to go
Fine, actually, no,
for
change it.
a.
Oh, look.
7-6 Ajax.
No, leave
Because
for
I'll
now.
leave 4-0 for you. 4-0.
No, leave me 7-6.
I'll put in brackets 7-6.
No, put 7-6 properly.
I'll put 7-6 in brackets.
Are you going to ever try with these?
Just a quick question.
Do you
Kieran.
think I'm not trying?
Kieran,
No.
did you go 3-0 the same as me?
Yeah, 3-0.
Wow,
I
you've
am
got
going
that as
to
well.
go for
I'll put 3-1. I'm
a
not having the same as you. Put 3-1.
3-1.
we can't have same score, 'cause that's boring.
That's me.
So that's
Don't change me.
3-0 for you.
Why did you
And
change 3-0 to 3-0?
3-1 there. I'm going to go for a 2-2.
So
That's me.
next up, we've been speaking on Bergwijn, and he's obviously joined Tottenham, and Tottenham got a massive game this weekend against Man City. I'm hoping that Man City can win because yes, I'm hoping Man City can win because I want to
hold
come in.
off.
I want to get in top 4. Man United. So as Spurs look for signings, obviously signed Bergwijn this morning and announced eating the W on his announcement video. They also need to look for wins as they continue to struggle in the Premier
They
League.
need to look for some dubs.
They need to look for some dubs, literally. They've obviously got a big dub today. Yeah, with Bergwijn. Thank you, Kieran, for on the W. However, with the rest of the leagues also slipping up, they sit in 5th place, only 6 points. Are they in 5th?
Yep.
Oh, God. We're 6 points away from the top 4.
Midlife crisis in words. Oh God.
For Man City, they look to continue their recent run of form in the hopes of running away with 2nd place. That is the saddest line I've ever seen. While placing minimal pressure on Liverpool.
When City won the league, but you could stop them.
To
at
be
your
honest,
When we beat them 3-2,
You-
we're gonna catch them.
you ran away with 2nd.
when I was trying to
We didn't even run away with it.
describe what City have got left to do, it was kind of like taking Burnley or Norwich and making it sound like Super Sunday game.
That is
Oh,
the
it was
saddest line
impossible.
in football history.
Because I'm like, well, I can't really putting pressure on Liverpool because they're not putting pressure
Right.
on Liverpool, but they're putting some
In
pressure.
fairness, tonight Liverpool have a chance to go 19 points clear.
Why do they face tonight?
West
West
Ham,
Ham,
for the
they're
game,
game in hand. Game in hand.
Oh, is that tonight? I thought
David
it-
Moyes going to get his
yeah.
first. Going to get the first loss
MC
over
Moyes,
Liverpool.
I'm MC Moyes. I'll
No,
smash
you
up.
won't. No, you won't.
I'm MC
Um,
Moyes.
The away side have not lost in the league since 7th December against Man United, while Spurs have only won 3 matches in all competitions in Boxing Day. Spurs' new signing, Steven Bergwijn, may play part in the match on Sunday.
Lo Celso have signed a new contract as well.
Lo Celso is obviously timed permanently, which is the most pointless deal of the transfer window so far.
What?
He is awful.
Why?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's
You
not.
said
He's not good.
Players need time to settle.
He is not good.
He's in a new country.
He's still young as well. To be fair to Lo Celso. Isn't
Maybe
he?
I'm just being.
This is where I found out he's actually 30.
No, he's 23.
Maybe I'm just
pretty
being
Just-
awful because
Just piece of
Mourinho.
news as well. Arsenal are looking to close a late move for Southampton fullback Cedric.
Why?
Why?
They've got Hector Bellerin back fit now.
They've got Callum Chambers. They've got Rob
He's dead.
Holding.
No, he's dead.
Ainsley
He's dead.
Maitland-Niles.
He's dead for like 9 months, Rowan.
But what are we predicting for this one, boys? Spurs
I'm
v Man
predicting
City.
Cedric's not the best move. But
KL is first, so KL will go first.
KL
Go on.
will go first, and you know me.
He's sniping it. He's going for. He's going for a Spurs win
Of course he.
because you don't like Man City.
1-0 Spurs.
1-0 Spurs.
3-1 to Man City.
3-1 Man City. Rowan?
9-9.
I was genuinely going to say 12-0.
Brooklyn.
Oh, I like that.
For
Bringing the hood to you.
I'm going to go for a Brooklyn. 4-3 City.
4-3 City. Nice. I am
game.
going to go for a
That happened.
2-1 City. I'm going to go for that one.
Yeah. I'll back Spurs. Don't worry about it.
Right.
The only one.
Now,
Sleep.
the tasty one for the double points.
Massive game.
Panathinaikos v PAOK is a massive
Double
game in
points.
Greece. Double points is on the line here.
points.
Double points. So, give you a bit of context and
I hate you
background.
so much.
Panathinaikos and PAOK, massive rivals in Greece, not France. PAOK currently,
In France.
they are top of the league in Greece, but it's very tight because it's PAOK against Olympiakos. 52 points PAOK, 51 points Olympiakos.
Ooh.
It is incredibly tight right now in the league in terms of points. Olympiakos have not lost a game this season.
I've got a quick question
And-
for you, Josh.
Pressure on the line. There's only 4
Panathinaikos is
games.
fourth, Josh. They're
Yeah.
18 points
No,
behind.
I'm talking about PAOK and Olympiakos.
Yeah, but
4 games of the shut up. 4 games of the season are left.
What did you say? That's not
I've got a question for you.
Go on.
POK, did they make it to... Because they won the league, didn't they? Then they were unbeaten.
They were unbeaten.
Did they make it to the Champions League? Or did
They
they get knocked out and go into the Europa?
Um,
Because I don't remember seeing them in European
they
competition.
were in the Champions League qualifying rounds. They got knocked out by Ajax.
So where did they go in terms of Europa League? Did they go...
They
I don't know.
went into the Europa League playoffs and then lost to Slovan Bratislava on away goals.
Jesus, man. Do you remember the days when Olympiakos used to make the
I'm
Champions
guessing, are
League
you
all the
two
time?
researching up the Greek Liga?
Well, yeah,
Oh, we
there's
were.
18 points difference between PAOK and Panathinaikos.
But it's in Greece. That is a very big derby.
Is it a derby? Yeah.
It's a
I
derby
suppose.
game.
And
In
to
fact,
be fair, if Panathinaikos win,
You
PAOK
might
could get
remember
overtaken.
there was a certain owner of PAOK that went onto the pitch with
No,
a gun.
I don't. Oh yes, I do remember this.
It went all over the headlines.
Yes, I do remember this.
He went onto the pitch with a gun and got a ban, and I think it was a 2-year ban.
Not surprised.
Which it's a very tense
I mean, if
derby.
there's one way to get your players playing, it's that.
To be honest, it wouldn't matter if Panathinaikos were in 13-4 first. This game is always touted as the big
Well, they're
derby
18
in
points.
Sorry,
If they
Greece.
win, there's a bit of momentum behind it. They could
could
get
you-
there.
They could. You don't. Well, actually, they can't. There's only 6 games of the season left in Greece.
Could you imagine
6
that
times
in
3 is
England?
18. They're 18 points behind.
They would need PAOK
Lawyered.
and Olympiakos and AEK.
If
to lose.
Olympiakos AK bottled points.
Still could happen.
Can I
You
just
never
say-
know.
It's mathematically possible.
I wish we had
They'd have
owners.
to get
I wish we had owners like that in England. Could you imagine at Norwich? You know the Let's Be Avenue. She just fires
Daily Smith.
pistols.
David-
Let's Be Avenue.
David Gold comes on the pitch.
Phil Brown somehow starts singing again.
But for PAOK, they've only lost one game this season. They've, which actually came a couple of match days ago. They've scored 43 goals, conceded 18. Panathinaikos have also won their last 4 games. They've scored 25 goals, conceded 19. A goal
Absolutely
difference of
smashed
6.
Larissa 2-0 last Saturday.
Incredible. As I said,
Incredible. Do Panathinaikos still have Marcus Berg?
they don't. Marcus Berg moved to
Should
the
we
Qatari League.
Just checking who
Oh,
scored
I
for
miss Marcus
Panathinaikos against
Berg.
Larissa. It was, oh my god, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing those
Let me have a look
names.
at the name.
Go on, Rowan.
Oh, it was Anastasios Chatsko-Giovannis and Giannis Bouzakis.
Give it a bit more
honestly.
background context. The
Go on.
top goal scorer in the league is Olympiakos Yusuf El Arabi. You might remember him from the past.
Obviously,
Karol Shudovetsky is the second top scorer, which is for PAOK. Scored 10.
Where's Tuba?
He's not there. But Nelson Oliveira is the third top goal scorer in the league. As I said, double points for this one because there's not really a great deal of background context.
No, there's not.
But it's a very, very big game in
Yeah.
the league.
Yeah.
Right. Given out what we're predicting for
1-1.
this one. 1-1?
1-1.
Kieran, do?
0-0.
0-0. Well, consider we're making this out as a big
No,
game.
no, I'm not going to go 0-0. I'm going to go 3-0 to Panathinaikos because they're going to win league.
Right, okay.
And they
Nice.
need all the goals.
yeah, they're only going to go
They actually do.
Because there's 18-point different. Park, 18-0.
Ron, can I just borrow that to look
18-0.
at what the
Right.
goal
No, right, no, please don't put 18-0. 6-4.
Right, the goal difference
To
between
PAOK.
the goal difference between PAOK, they've got 25. Panathinaikos' goal difference is 6. So there's 6 games left.
19. They score 19 goals. So 19
It's going to
divided
happen.
by 6.
Panathinaikos are going to win league.
They need to at least score 3 goals a game.
Just looking up
Panathinaikos are going to win league. You heard it here
Go
first.
on.
head to head, right?
Yeah.
For these teams, just to give you a bit more
This has been the most awful
bit more
podcast.
context. Right.
I thought
The
it was
last
alright.
times these sides have played, it's ended 4-0 PAOK, 3-0 PAOK, 3-2 Panathinaikos, 4-0 PAOK, 3-0 PAOK, 2-0
Seen a
PAOK.
comment.
2-0
seen a common
PAOK.
Could you have said that
pattern
before I put
2-2.
1-0?
Seen a common pattern here.
If you want to change, you
No,
can.
I'm
No,
gonna-
no,
I'm
Panathinaikos are
gonna-
going to win league.
Guys,
I'm
I
going
just
to
want to say-
go.
Go on, you put your prediction first.
I'm going to go 4-1 PAOK.
So they're playing on Sunday, then they're playing on the Wednesday, and then they're playing on the week after.
Yeah.
See, that's a quick turnaround of games.
3 games
the-
against each
Nine
It's,
nine points.
It's very, very slowly. I think the
No,
league.
2 of them are cup games.
The league actually ends in March,
Still beat
so
them all,
it's very close
They
to
should
finishing.
get points
but,
if they beat them in the cup, I think. So they can win league.
There we go. Panathinaikos v PAOK. That's for double points.
So
Is that if we get the
um,
result right though? I don't want closest because it's a bit
no,
hard to go
I
closest.
think if we get it dead on right, we can't do the close because that's boring. Dead on right, you get 2 points, double points, 2
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, go on then. We'll do that.
Because I feel like it is unfair
that.
because
'Cause
who-
it- for example-
he's predicted 1-1,
Well,
1-0.
Rowan's predicted 6-4.
I don't think he's going to get it right somehow.
So everyone's gone with goals but me, but 1-1, here we go.
I went 3-1.
Well,
because Panathinaikos are going to win league.
there we go. So we'll give double points for whoever gets
So
if
that
they can
is-
get the score correct.
That is the weekly
That is
roundup.
the weekly roundup. It's now time to
Debate.
debate.
We gotta have debate. I gotta debate. We gotta debate. I gotta debate.
Baby! Boom! It's debate
You
time.
know what the best
and
part about that debate is? You can hear all of
Baby!
us laughing in the background.
It's great.
I
Because
thought it
when
was
we
a babe.
when we recorded that, you could hear all of us
Yeah.
laughing in the background at Rowan when he was doing it.
It's absolutely great. Right, we are on to the debate, and this week I've decided to pick out something that relates to transfer deadline day. Now, of course, we know major transfers happen all the time. There's lots of big deals reported around the world, around Europe. Deadline day is always an exciting day for any football fan. You sit down, you watch Sky Sports, you wait for any deals to be done. You sit there, you listen to deals like, I don't know, somebody going to Carlisle, and you just think, I don't care, but it's deadline day, you're in the mood for
No,
it.
if that happens on Friday, hashtag plug, Friday, 10 hour podcast if you missed it earlier when Josh said it,
Yes.
on deadline day. If someone signs for Carlisle, we won't be reporting that.
I will.
Just
Yes,
say
Well,
we will.
actually, you will.
No, we will.
We'll be going through the EFL and
Will we?
Yeah,
Through Europe.
definitely. You can't.
we'll be on Carlisle's website.
Excuse me, I'm not having any EFL bias. I'm not having this on
No.
my podcast. Not any EFL bias.
I'm
Yeah.
talking if they sign someone from Bishop Stratford.
I'm sorry. Stortford.
Same
But
thing.
by the way, last deadline day, we signed 2 people on deadline day. Would you not report it?
Oh yeah, of course, because that's Hull, and you're a Hull fan.
Thanks, mate.
Of course.
Thanks, mate.
But yeah, we'll keep up to date.
I
with
mean,
all
if
of
we're having
the,
a dry spell and there's no happening for half an hour, I'm looking at bloody Kurz and Ashton's signings or who they've signed.
But the reason why I'm asking the question I've put has deadline day lost its way. I'm asking this question because we know back in the day, Sky Sports, you'd have all the fans outside the ground until that specific incident happened. We'll not really go into detail.
Where
You know what
Dildo
happened.
got hit in the face by a
Yeah,
Dildo gate.
which we'll never see anything like it again on television.
But do not scratch your eyes.
Don't think he could scratch his eyes.
You'll
to be
never
honest.
see anything like this ever again.
But we know, back in the day, deadline day used to run till midnight as well, didn't it?
It did.
They tried the idea of running deadline day till 5. That did not work, so
That's
they
dead.
reverted back to like an 11 o'clock
I
deadline.
prefer the 12 because that is the end of the day.
yeah,
Like,
Do
deadline
Do you
day.
feel that deadline day's lost its way? And I'm asking the question of who is to blame. Is it the clubs for lack of deals? Is it Sky Sports for the fact that they got rid of the fans from the grounds? Or is it social media, the fact that
Just-
tweets and Facebook can report deals so quickly?
Just a quick question: is this January deadline day or just
I mean deadline day
in
in,
general?
in general.
Do you know what, right? I blame Sky for one reason and one reason only. They've started billing this as the most exciting day of the year.
Yeah, they are.
Like that, they build it and they go, "Oh, it's deadline day. Join us. It's deadline
They
day.
take the
Anything can
they
happen.
take the energy out of it.
Yeah,
don't
anything can happen. It's deadline day." And then you get there, and there's been 3 signings all day, and
They?
they've
And it's
all
from Carlisle.
literally. It's Liverpool's under 23 guy who's moved to Trabzonspor because he wants to. It's just not. It's not.
Oh, Sturridge wanted to go there.
No, but
Go on.
once if they stopped pitching it, because I remember people were saying, like, tweeting Happy Jim White Day because it was literally. So once they started making a big song and dance about it, everyone's expectations rose, which meant nothing ever hit what we had as an expectation, in my opinion. Go on,
My
Kieran.
honest opinion on January deadline day is that it's no big deals happening in January, and I say no big deals. There's been quite a few, like
Torres,
yeah,
Carroll.
since Torres and Carroll, really, which was what 6 years ago,
Traore.
8 years ago actually.
I think
Was it 7-8 years ago that Torres and Carroll were signed?
About that,
maybe
yeah.
maybe even 9 years ago. I'm talking. That is a long time ago, and that for me is when January transfer window died. Like we said it before we went on air. Bruno Fernandes obviously moving to Man United is a big deal in a January transfer window. That could obviously that is a summer transfer. That is.
yeah.
But the fans outside the ground not being there, that's kind of killed it. The reporters being outside the ground, that is what made watching deadline day worth it, because anything could happen. There was a lot of energy around deadline day, but like you said about Sky Sports, they have sucked the energy dry, and Jim White has sucked the energy dry out of deadline day.
Do you think as well, as I said, a point made earlier, do you think it's also down to social media, the fact that Twitter can so quickly, you can just tweet it out within 5 seconds that a deal is done?
I feel like.
Do you think that's killing deadline day in a way?
There is a lot of it's just killing transfers in general, because there's a lot of fake news out there. It's like I have seen, obviously I'm a Man United fan, and this summer transfer, this January transfer window, sorry, I have seen Bruno Fernandes has agreed a deal with Man United. It must have been double-digit times I've seen that.
But
And
is there not a bit of fun in the speculation?
Not when a deal's going on all transfer window and you just can't be bothered.
No,
with it
but I
anymore.
think like it's always it'd be much better. For example, if you're looking on Twitter and there's your club's been linked to one player and that's the only player you get linked to all year and you eventually get him, or in one day you get linked to like 10 different players and you can speculate how's this guy going to help, how's this guy
Oh,
going to
just a
help.
quick question. The whole interested
doubt
anyone
it.
else?
I doubt it. We got rid of Milinkovic the other day.
I saw that. It's
We'll
gone
probably
to,
get
MLS,
Vancouver
isn't it?
Whitecaps, I think.
Yeah.
We'll look to probably get rid of Marcus Henriksen because he doesn't want to play for us anymore and he should have gone in the summer, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be quite for us.
What's your opinion, Rowan, on the
Do you
deadline
think?
day?
Well, do you think it's like we're so used to the being outside the ground, the fans, reporters, but if you genuinely think about it and watch it, did any transfers really happen outside the ground?
No, well, they interviewed Peter Odem-Wingy when he arrived.
When he wanted to go,
Yeah.
let me in.
No, do you know when Deadline Day died? When Andy Redknapp no longer did his interview outside his car, leaning
No.
out his window.
Well,
we've got
Peter Cratchit and Cruncher.
Well, I'm now manager of Carlisle, and I really want Nico Quenshaw. Give it up, Harry.
Well, you're Cratchit and the
I just feel like that it's
Get
just
the band back together.
the whole spectacle of
Robbie
deadline
Keane.
day is diminishing.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
it
though,
is.
I also blame the public for making the reporters outside the ground have to go inside now, because if you think about it, I remember it was happening when it was Bolton and Bury. They were covering. To be fair, they were covering it like a circus, which was not fair because we were going, what's going to happen? It was like deadline day. But
They
for
in
them
fact
two
they
as
had
clubs,
a counter
yeah,
for
they did.
burying.
They did. They had
A
a
timer.
They
yeah,
had
do you know like a
timer
deadline day
on,
counter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Jesus Christ.
but then again, he went to Bolton's ground, and then there's people coming up behind him, and he just goes, "Right, I'm trying to do an interview, and I'm trying to help your club out. Will you please just go away?" And it's just
Right.
that's the thing. Idiots making, and I find Dildo Gate was quite funny. Right, it was, but you've got to admit, sadly, we're a human race that wants to be on telly all the
Yeah.
time, and we want
And
to.
there are those prats out there that,
Yeah.
that
If
do
you
ruin
can
it
get
for
your
people.
5 seconds
Yeah.
of fame, then
We-
you'll
It's like-
take it.
No one's going to take it unless no one's going to talk about you.
It's like when the female reporters in general go to the the pubs and stuff in the actual cities, and there's always that one guy there that's just like stood there with a weird expression. on his face.
Come on, no in.
Like that.
Sound like that as well.
Honestly, Rowan, was it you that was there?
I can
um,
confirm yet nor deny.
I know we always have a debate, but we always all agree on the same thing.
Because there's always normally
It's-
something which is.
There's always a common ground which we
I
all
do,
agree on. I
but
think.
no, you've got to admit. Let's be fair. We all still get a little bit excited for deadline day.
Yeah,
We
like,
all
I'm
still
I'm excited for deadline day.
Yeah, we all get excited
we
for it, but
do.
it's not the same. It's not the same.
No.
For me, it was once they dramatised it and they made it the biggest thing, and
It's
then
like a soap, isn't it?
No,
no,
but
no, it's literally if you pitch, right, this is what it is. Super Sunday, Man United v Man City. It's going to be amazing. This has got the worst defense v the worst or something, and then it goes.
Sick.
No, just saying. But then it ends 0-0,
The thing is,
and it's just like your build-up is just cost
A
the
bit like
game.
that Red
Dead-
Monday that was like
deadline day itself.
Cloth versus Mourinho.
Yeah.
0-0 it was.
Deadline day is a brand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is. Now
is.
it's
Well,
a brand.
well, you think you go to random people in the public and say what the first couple of things you think of deadline day, you will hear Jim White, yellow tie.
And and people standing outside the ground. I remember that.
and the
was-
yellow banner that goes across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
I think you two have supported Premier League clubs. You've been in the Premier League.
Thanks, mate.
I think when you're lower league, it's not like thingy because it's normally just we've got a guy on.
To
So,
be
and,
the
fair
and
though-
also, there's not
Yeah.
that many lower league transfers announced on deadline day. Do you know what I mean?
'Cause we
There's
get it
no
over
one.
and
At,
done-
there's no one at the ground. There's no thing.
No, no.
Oh,
Also,
are
we
Oldham
get-
going to sign anybody today?
No, we'll get it over and done with as well. So
And I was
they
going
can,
to say they probably make more signings than we do on deadline day. But that, for example, if
Obviously,
you
like Bolton did,
you
didn't
signed one player, they signed 4. You'd get more
Yeah,
coverage on
definitely.
the one player than they
they?
got
It's
on
like
all 4 that arrived.
Bolton obviously got a load of players in on deadline day
No,
in the
they
summer.
needed to, though,
Obviously,
didn't
because they needed to. But I don't think that was really reported on as much. It's obviously on the Sky Sports app where they have that little transfer update
But
thing.
it was fun watching Bolton's Twitter because they just kept going another one. Did you not see? Did they sign? I think it was J. Emmanuel.
Yeah.
They put the picture of the wrong Emmanuel.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they
They
did.
signed
put Josh
Villenden as well,
Emmanuel.
didn't they? Thomas Villenden
Well,
from
he's
Stoke on loan.
T-board. It's called T-board, not Thomas.
Yep. All right. We're just
Thomas Vermaelen.
We're going past that one.
But yeah, I feel like, as I said, it's a brand now, and Sky
Yeah.
Sports know that for as long as they can ride the wave, and people will just
By the way,
it'll be a wave that'll just go on forever because you'll have the new generation of football fans. You know, deadline days. You said I do agree with Rowan. Obviously, the lower league teams don't get enough coverage, but that's because there's just not enough deals being done for lower league football to be given as much coverage. Obviously, Sky Sports now at the end of the day, the people are more interested in looking at Liverpool and your
Yep.
Cities and your Uniteds. They're more interested in listening to what those clubs are doing. You know, will Manchester United make a last bid push to sign a striker?
No.
Will Spurs try
Spoiler
and
alert,
get
no.
like Piatek in? It's the excitement that builds, and it's things like that I feel like Sky Sports are part of it. Fans are a part of it. I do feel like everyone has helped to kind of kill deadline day anyway. Not kill it, but to make it less exciting. You know, as you said back in the day when Torres and Carroll had signed for the £50 million deals, the expensive signings that they'd made, it was massive. It was all over. You got all the fans stood outside cheering and celebrating. And now it's just a case of, oh, well, you know, if Bruno Fernandes was announced on deadline, there's like Bruno Fernandes has signed.
It'll be announced today.
There's no hype. And I do
Tomorrow.
feel like a lot of the things they do is, I guarantee you when Bruno Fernandes signs, or if Arsenal, for example, signs someone, they will get someone like Arsenal Fan TV. They'll get like a Robbie or a DT to talk
Just
through
a
it.
thing on yesterday. It was they did a transfer special, and on Sky Sports. Thank you, Rowan. They put on this female reporter was talking about the Man United fans' reaction to the signings. They didn't pick 3 random Man United fans off Twitter. They picked Mark Goldbridge,
Yeah.
Flex, and Rants, who are United stand channel members. They didn't pick three random.
I think this is a problem.
They didn't pick three random Man United fans off Twitter. Billy, who supports Man United, obviously from Colchester or wherever. They picked Goldbridge, Flex, and Rants, who are known by the Man United fans. I don't want a pink pen. You can have that, Josh. And that is the problem for me. They don't pick. That's not a fan. That is, obviously, they're fans of Man United, but that's not a proper fan opinion.
No.
Their views are all over the internet to see. But Sky Sports didn't need to pick them out.
To be fair, they probably over-exaggerate the views because of the.
Is it a case that Deadline Day is being killed off because there's not enough fan connection? Do you think as well?
But then we've got the disparity between them being what the.
If you think about it,
they choose the same people every time. They'll choose the same people. If they talk about Arsenal, they'll choose Robbie. If they talk about United, they'll choose one of the people from the fan channels.
Yeah.
If they talk about the EFL, they only talk to the FL72 podcast and nobody else.
Yeah, I just feel like there's to me there's a bit of a disparity between fans and like major companies. It's a lot of now, as you see, whenever Arsenal's being reported on TV, it's always Arsenal fan TV, which I've not got a problem, but it's
you get a
like
narrow
to hear
view.
fan
You get a
opinions.
narrow
Yeah.
view.
Yeah.
To be fair, they know a lot about the club, but do they have the knowledge of the football? For example, like I'm just going to choose you, Josh, and obviously you're a Rotherham fan. If you sign someone from the Dutch league, I know you're quite a good European fan, so you probably know a lot about the Dutch. Let's be fair, half the Rotherham fans at the interview will just go, "Oh, he's good." Yeah. They'll probably go,
It's a bit like Leeds fans are doing at the moment.
It's very
with,
like
Augustine.
Pablo Mari as well.
Yeah.
Not many people will have seen him. In fact, a lot of people will have only seen him against Liverpool in the Club World Cup.
We had the debate a few weeks ago, didn't we, about the fan channels? And
We did, yes.
If Sky Sports were using these fan channels as a way to gain publicity and stuff, and like we're saying with the Deadline Day stuff, that is definitely a publicity gain for Sky Sports because it will attract the fans of Arsenal Fan TV and other fans because they always want to see and hear what Arsenal Fan TV have to say.
And I'll give you another point.
Go on.
Where else covers it? Where else covers Deadline Day?
It's on the
apart
radio.
from radio and YouTube.
But obviously radios are dying. They're
There's
dying out at the moment, which
exactly.
is unfortunate.
There's no other TV channel that's
No.
dedicated to Deadline Day all day. It is the only channel.
I think that's why.
until this year, where you can tune into the
Yes,
sport, can't you?
yes.
I like it. I like it.
But no, I agree.
come
I
on.
think
live from 10 p.m.
10
10 a.m.
Live from 10 a.m.
They made a for me, it's that thing with Sky at the moment. Everything has to be a massive song.
Everything's a yellow banner, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
We have to shove it down your throats. We have to
Yeah.
make it seem bigger than
I
it is.
guarantee
Yeah.
there'll be the yellow banner that goes along when there's breaking news. Transfer deadline day starts.
Do you know what? It goes along with, like, they obviously bill this as deadline day and they're the only one to do it. But do you know what else they bill it as? Do you know when they bill a Super Sunday?
Yeah.
Watford v Southampton, and then it's Burnley
Versus
versus
Villa.
Burnley versus Norwich. You cannot bill that as a Super Sunday. That is a very mediocre
That is a Sunday.
Yeah,
That is
a
That's a soiled
it's
Sunday.
It's just Sunday.
That's
it.
that's not being harsh to the like Southampton and
No,
Norwich.
it's just
supporters.
everything's
It's
a
just
brand.
the
They're
way
making
that it's
everything a
portrayed.
brand.
If you think about it, though, is Deadline Day being go for a while?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Deadline
has it
Day's
been
been
for a
been
long
good.
time.
Why is it so shocking that teams made a signing so just later on? That's
I feel like it's not. I think it's just Sky Sports over exaggerate everything.
It's fan appeal.
so.
So
Why
Norwich
is it,
have
why is it
finally completed the signing of
Why is it
Pablo
changing
Escobar.
now? Just to be honest, I've never been interested in Deadline Day. Maybe that's because I've never supported a Premier League club.
That's what I think it is. Because for the fans of Arsenal, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, the big six in the Premier League, those fans will be thinking, "Oh yeah, we want to watch Deadline Day because our team could make a signing." But whereas
If you're
like
a Burnley fan,
we've
Burnley,
already-
Burnley not going to get excited that they've signed Bob Hull.
and another thing is on the side where they put the ins and the outs, they only do the Premier League,
Yeah, they do.
which
Yeah.
which is wrong.
And I understand with like the
You
lower
think it's
leagues
wrong?
because
It is wrong.
there's a lot of times where they'll just
Sometimes maybe good.
in January a lot of the 6-month loans will run out
Yeah.
and we'll bring in a lot of players. But it's just it doesn't interest. I'd like to know who Aston Villa are signing.
Aston Villa,
Do you-
but the teams in the Premier League will get
They'll get
it won't come on the yellow banner. It'll come on the side where it says the ins and the outs. It'll come on there,
Do you know
and
what
that's wrong.
Do you know
Go
the
on.
thing is with Deadline Day, right? It lasts 23 hours now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So it's
the
deadline
most-
day -1.
Well, yeah, but the most interesting part of Deadline Day is that hour that it ends because it's the deal sheet, and that's where all the deals.
Yeah.
All the fax machines are breaking.
Yeah, no, but that's where all the interest happens. It's literally 23 hours of slow, periodic news,
I
and then
hope
that
not.
last hour, when it's not even Deadline Day anymore, it goes hell for leather.
Deadline
Obviously,
Day.
Josh, you're taking over, aren't you, from 8 p.m. Are you
Um,
still taking over from 8 p.m.?
No.
He's not doing it
He's
anymore.
getting
Well,
packaged.
no, it
Oh, dear.
depends. It depends, but
It doesn't
I'll see
depend,
what I
he's
can
getting
do.
absolutely
But
Just keep
smashed.
tuned to all our Twitters. I'm sure we'll have some sort of report on any
Yeah,
deals.
Well,
that
to
go
be fair, I think after we've worked 10 hours, we deserve a little break from deadline day.
to be fair,
on.
I'll,
I'll be going to bed, but.
I'll probably still be awake, so I'll probably do a late one.
So are we
Free
all
drinks.
agreed that deadline day? Well,
We'll go round. We'll go round.
yeah. Right.
Has
So we'll
deadline-
start with Rowan. Should we start
Has
with Rowan?
deadline day lost its way, Rowan?
Rowan.
No, because it never had his way.
Kieran.
Yes, but it's not dead.
I'd say very similar. Yeah, it's not dead, but I just feel like it's losing its fan appeal.
Yeah.
I agree with both you two. It's dead, but it's lost fan appeal.
It shouldn't even be called the debate. It should be called the agreement.
Well, no,
Yes.
because Rowan did disagree.
Oh,
It
yeah.
did
So
disagree with us.
Rowan did disagree
you could
with
be
us
on the
there.
disagreement then.
Now
But
it's-
no, I
it's
think
time.
it's always worth talking about because I said it just
Yeah.
feels like as time goes on, deadline day will transition, and I feel like there's a lot of like YouTube channels and that like live stream it now, like
Obviously
how
us,
we're
we're
going to be
gonna do
doing
it.
it.
To
Yeah,
be fair, you've got to be honest though.
people don't want to sit there and just watch, as you said, just news at 7 a.m. in the morning and somebody's talking about something that's happening in cricket. It's
Yeah.
deadline day. You want to focus on the football and what your club's doing.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're not a top six, not that they don't care about you, but you see how many times thingies get on players like teams like Man United get on TV, teams like City get on TV, and then compare that to the amount of times the Championship gets on TV. I know it's not the same.
I feel like the good thing about our podcast and us doing it on deadline day, it's not just going to be the robotic Sky
No,
Sports usual thing. Like we will give our honest opinions
No,
on
and we
every
just had a
single transfer.
we had a
And
5-minute
it's
conversation
alternative.
about quality.
yeah, we
streaks.
also had a 5-minute conversation about college streets.
Oh,
So I would.
there will be done. There'll be a half
Yeah.
an hour conversation, minute about stupid.
But that's the
stuff.
thing. We can go into whatever we want. Like
'Cause
we're not.
It's
We are
a
not.
slow day.
Yeah. It's a long day. We're putting a lot of our time into it.
Yeah.
It would appreciate it if you could come along and support any way you can. Really.
Yeah, of course. It'd be nice to see a couple of your faces. I'm not going to be here, so it's going to be
Your
Kieran and Rowan. That's going to be
Yeah.
We're
doing
gonna
the
be
stream for us. It's January
doing it.
transfer deadline day. That's 10 a.m. while 8 p.m. You do not want to miss out. I'm thinking we should call it the alternative because ours is better than Sky Sports.
The better
You d-
transfer.
You
deadline
don't want
day.
to sit there at 10 in the morning listening to them talking about, I don't know, cricket, do you?
No.
I mean, no offense to cricket,
No.
but you want to listen to
Yeah,
what your
big
club's
offence to
doing
cricket.
and
We
all
will
the
we'll
deals.
try to cover as much as we can, including those EFL clubs if you have to.
Yeah, to be fair, we'll probably have the website open. Whatever
We'll have
they,
Twitter. We'll have
whatever
Twitter
they
Yeah.
open
announce.
all day.
Yeah, and
Um,
I'll always pop in at some point if you want and
Hi, Josh.
come
Josh
on
can-
call.
Josh can
But
pop in.
should we go into the finale feature?
I think it's time for the quiz.
Let's go into the quiz.
Quizzical, quizzical. I wanna get quizzical. Let's get into quizzical. Are your answers gonna be right? I wanna hear your answers all night. Let's quizzical, quizzical. This isn't the lyrics.
We love it. There we
That
go.
is- that is
So
class, that is
that
class.
is the finale
Of
feature
course.
sounds. Hopefully you like them. Just a little bit of a segue into the next section. As you know, we do have the finale feature. Just got a quick couple of comments. That have coming from Thomas Ladd. Welcome to the stream. He says, "Oh, hope everyone keeps their hands off Morelos. We need him. That's all I care about." He
Oh,
says
there was
that.
rumours of him leaving. Who was it? It was
Sevilla.
Sevilla
Yes.
linked with him, wasn't
I
there?
don't think he'll leave because they're still fighting for the title.
Yeah, I don't think Jared will allow him to
He's
leave.
still got all his suspensions to play through as well.
you can sign him, but he can't play for 5 games because he got a red
He's
card.
also said Simeone will join Man United in the summer, I think. And
I
he
hope
says
so.
the only thing I hate about
Don't
deadline
want him.
day, you get all the hype, and it's Barnett that have signed an under-21 Albanian striker.
We will be
from the
we
Albanian
will,
second
we
division.
will,
We'll be covering
we will cover
We'll
that.
cover it. Don't you worry, Thomas.
we're
If you want to
following-
come in here, you can hear about all those Albanian strikers
We're
moving
following
over.
we've followed Barnett on Twitter. We'll see it.
So without further ado, finale feature, Rowan, take us away.
Right, you've all got your distribute some paper. You've all
Do-
got pens.
you have,
don't
yes?
you?
I'm currently winning 2-1 in quizzes. I don't have
You
the
are,
certificate to
you
prove
are.
it
Yes.
though because I didn't get my M&E.
We've got the certificate.
But
is in
this
front
week's
of Josh
certificate,
today.
as you can see on the screen there, we've got Colaccini.
It's the love of my life, Colaccini. I'd let you
Shag my wife.
Colaccini.
I
want curly hair too.
Go on, Rowan.
Oh,
How's it working?
Oh,
So
God.
today, it's not your usual quiz.
Oh, is it a bit left centre?
It's a
Is it
bit left centre.
it's a bit out
I'm
of
getting a
park?
bit fed up of just the same one. So I
Right.
thought I'd switch up. So I've got 3 things here. This is where I've all given you a piece of paper.
Right.
I'm going to give you a team and a game.
Okay.
I want you to name the starting 11.
Oh.
Oh,
I said this. He said this before you came in, and I was saying, Rowan, you continue to amaze me every single week.
So
It's
you get
getting
a-
better.
You get a point for
It's
every
getting
player.
better.
You get a point for every player you get
Wait, do we have to
correct.
name the 2 starting 11s
No, just
No, just the one
just the
team.
one team.
that you name? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've
So
got it, I've
everyone
got it.
write 1 on your piece of paper.
Juan.
Juan.
Juan Cena.
Did he start? Juan Mata. This is
What I'm going to do is I'll probably give
Hello,
you.
my name is Juan. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Stop.
Sorry.
I knew that would come in.
I'll probably give you maybe 3 minutes to 5.
Yeah,
Depending.
give us go for free, so
That's
we're not
fair,
going on
that's
for too
fair.
long.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Liverpool, the Istanbul comeback.
Oh,
League final.
Right.
Just a quick question as well. Is it 1 point for every player you get correct? Perfect.
I don't even know who played at the back for Liverpool.
See, they are all. Some people rank quicker.
Can you
than
tell us the
others.
formation?
No.
Right.
There's a goalkeeper.
Right,
I
right.
It's a
think
good start.
I'm going to say it's 4-3-3.
Welcome to the stream as well. Jess Lindy says about Mertens to Chelsea. He's hoping that happens. Fingers crossed for you. Be a decent little deal.
Sorry, did you say 4-3-3? Okay, you did.
Yeah, but I can't confirm that. So I don't have it how it is. It could be 5 at the back. It could be 4 at the back.
I don't think there was at the 5 at the back was a thing back then.
Ooh, I like this one,
I
Rowan.
do.
It's a
Remember
good
this.
good one. You can play along at home as well.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Put it in chat. Josh, don't read it.
I'm not going to read the chat.
2 minutes left, and then I'll see how everyone is. See how many players you got.
Tell you what, I'm not too good on this one.
No, I'm not. I am struggling.
Liverpool,
I can't even
Istanbul,
remember who bloody
Champions
scored.
League final.
I can't remember who played up front back then.
I've got 8 so far.
Do you know what?
So
I'm the same.
starting.
Who played up front back then?
Oh, I haven't got 8.
Starting, you'll kick yourself. Starting 11.
Yeah, I've got 2 players left to name.
I
That's
don't
my
even
problem.
think he was here when this happened.
No, I don't think this guy was either. But I don't even think he ever played for them.
5, 6, 7,
But we'll
8.
put
I've
him
got
in
9
anyway.
so far.
Kieran's got 9. It looks
I've got
like
10.
Kieran's got 10.
Christ.
I'm trying to think who played up front though back then. I really don't know.
I've got 2.
That played up front.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We'll go with him. I don't even think he was there then, but we'll go with it anyway. I need to Google if that. Just I know I'm not. This isn't cheating. Don't worry. I'm just.
Hang
gonna-
about. Watch it, Rowan. Rowan, monitor him.
Kieran is Googling something. He's actually safaring. He's Googled a player.
Right. I'm just making sure he ever played for Liverpool.
Oh,
That's all I need.
I've
to
got
check.
10 out of 11 so far.
Okay, we're not going to allow that after that.
Sorry, I just wanted to check he actually played for him because I swear he didn't play for them.
So
I put down
we're not allowed- you're not
Lampard.
allowed
Did
to Google.
Lampard ever play for? No, I just needed to check something.
okay, we'll give you until 48.
Oh,
Make sure you've got
Christ.
11. You've got.
Can we
40
go
seconds.
position by position? I really want to.
Yeah.
I've gone for someone.
Oh
straight
no,
out
I haven't
of
gone
left
by.
centre
I haven't
here.
gone like by position.
it's
I've
fine,
just
it's
been
fine.
chucking players down.
I don't know.
I've gone by position.
I can't-
I've gone by position. I've got
I haven't.
goalkeeper back 4,
Look,
3 in
I'm
midfield.
going to
and
put
front-
arrows to say where I want them to run and every in behind
I
the
don't know if it is
defence.
a 4-3-3.
This-
I can't
this-
remember some.
This team, did win the Premier League. This.
Is,
Right,
everyone,
go
is
on.
everyone, wait, has
Oh, wait.
everyone got one down?
Yep.
Josh, are you ready?
I haven't got 11 players, but just go for
Just
it.
put
Right.
11 down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, it's alright. Just go for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's all
Go
good.
on, you name the team and we'll
I think
tick
because
if we've
they've already got
Actually,
11. I
I'd
think
actually have
it's.
the first name
I've
here,
probably
You
lost.
name the player and we'll tick off
Yeah.
if we've got them.
Alright, ready?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dudek,
Got him.
Yes.
Get him.
Come on.
Finnan,
Yes.
No, no.
Yes. Come on.
Traore,
Got it.
Oh, who the
Get
hell
it.
is he?
Jimmy Traore.
Jimmy Traore.
Hippier,
Got
Yes.
that as well. Get
Yes.
him.
Oh, that was a stab in the dark. That.
Carragher,
Yes. Got that.
Get him.
Alonso,
Get in.
No.
Get in.
I've gone for the wrong one.
Harry Kewell.
Yeah, I
Oh
got
my
the-
God, Harry Kewell.
Oh,
Got that.
How did I forget Kuehl?
No, do you know what I think it is? I've put one down here. Has anyone else got Didi Hamann?
No.
He came on
I
and
put Masha- I
scored,
put
but I don't know if he
Mascherano.
started. I think he came on as a sub at half
I
time.
put Mascherano. I don't even think you were there.
Gerrard,
Yay.
Hamann came on as a sub. Idiot, Kieran.
Risa,
Yeah.
John
Oh
Arisa,
no.
Luis Garcia,
Yeah.
No.
As well.
Yeah, I've
Barros.
Milan
Get
Barros.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I've already
What about
lost
Robbie
this.
Fowler?
Not there.
Alright, right.
He
Do you
was
want
my
me to?
striker.
Do you want me to tell you who I had down?
Go on.
I had-
No, here we go. Name your team
I
that you
had-
had down.
Dudek, Finnan, Carragher, Daniel Agger, Sammy Hippier, Kewell, Gerrard, Mascherano, Fowler,
Can you
Cal,
say?
and Voronin.
I got 9 out of the 11 right.
You got 9.
I got
That's
got-
really
I
good.
went
1, 2, 3,
Dudek,
4, 5, 6.
Fair play.
Traore, Carragher, Hippier, Risa, Didi Hamann. Did Didi Hamann come on as a sub?
I don't know.
I got 6.
Alonso, Gerrard, Garcia, Fowler,
6.
Barros.
Bloody hell. Fair
Fair
play.
play.
Fair play. I got to.
That's like
I got-
Google.
I got 5. on that one.
Ooh.
He's
I got
googled
5.
that.
I got
I
Gerard,
didn't.
Alonso, Carragher, Dudek, Risa.
Okay, is
And,
everyone ready?
I don't know
I got
why.
1 point for
I
that.
put Dirk Cout and Ryan
Yeah.
Babel
You
down.
get 9 points.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought I got
So you're on
one.
9, I'm on 6, Josh on 5.
I'm on 5.
Oh, so yeah, I get this.
The next team, I just have to do a quick
I'm
check.
well happy with
2
that, you know.
seconds. So I didn't.
Why did I put Voron in?
There we go. Team number 2.
Yep, 2 seconds. Talk among yourself.
If you are new to the stream as well, do leave a like and a follow. We just reached 350 subscribers very recently. We've got loads of new content to come as well. So do subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. There's NFL, wrestling, and much more to come.
And Andre Voron in as well.
Okay.
More Andre Voron.
Euro
Andre
1996, where England got to the semi-final. It was like the last time before this year, so I thought it's relevant. Can you name me the starting 11?
No, I'll tell you now, I can't. I really can't.
Maybe just go for your obvious players, I suppose, then.
1996. Oh, Jesus.
1996 Euros
I've got 3.
semi-finals. I can give you a clue who we lost to.
Germany.
Germany on penalties.
Penalties.
Just a quick question. Do you have the formation for this one?
Yeah, can we have the formation, please?
Or do you
No.
not have it?
Yeah, I can find the formation.
All right.
You carry on putting things, I can find it for you. Let's get quizzical. I can't actually find the formation.
I've got 4 so far.
I've got the lineups, not the formation. Looks like 2 strikers up front, I want to say. But I can't confirm it.
Crap, I'll put him in a 4-3-3, I don't care.
I've got 6 so far.
I'll try
He wasn't
to-
even around back then, Kieran, you muffin.
Cheers.
he's put Harry Kane.
You absolute muffin, mate. John Terry wasn't even
Who played wings, man? Who played on wing backs? Who played
shit.
full backs?
Not Gary Neville.
Was Ashley Cole around back then?
No, definitely not.
Oh,
Do
God.
you know what? I might even put bloody. Do you know what? Bobby Moore's going in there. He wasn't around, but Bobby Moore's going
In
in.
1996.
Yeah, definitely.
Bobby Moore's there playing it 30 years on. Bobby Moore playing 30 years on from his 1960. He did win the World Cup with 1966, didn't he?
He did,
Okay,
yes.
good. Just checking.
I'm
Just checking before I made a fool of myself.
Do you know what? I'm gonna.
It looks like they played a 4-2-3-1.
Great.
So I'm stumped.
Or 4 if you want to go.
I'm stumped at the
specifically.
defenders.
4-1-1-2-1-1.
Who played in defence?
I've got 3 defenders and I've kind of
I've got none.
stabbed them in the. I
I
know.
can tell you there were 4 in the defence.
I've got none. I'm going all out attack, mate. Who needs defenders?
I've got 7 strikers written down.
Yeah, I can tell you there's 4 defenders. Oh, I've got the actual. formation
I
for the
really
game.
like this one,
Hold
Rowan.
up.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I'll be more specific. This game they played a 3-5-2.
Oh, that's
So
why
I've
I
got-
can't name any
I've
defenders.
got me 3 at the back.
I haven't got any.
They played.
I haven't got any defenders.
I've got one.
I can't think of
I
any.
don't even think he played, but I swear he was probably part of the 1966 team.
The reason
Got
they
8
played
so far.
3-5-2 was because the player got suspended in the previous game.
I've got 8 so
stick
far.
him
I'm
down.
not quite sure.
I can give you a clue at.
Can I just say?
I think I've got 4
got a-
strikers. We're going 4-2-4.
I've got a striker at centre back. I don't care.
Yeah, they played 3-5-2.
He's going in.
I've got a
I'll give you
striker
a
at left
clue.
back.
I'll give you one clue, but then you've only got 10 seconds
Right.
to think. I'll give it you. Coronation Street.
You've completely lost me.
And when
I'm
that
even.
hits 5 seconds, you've got to.
I'm even
stop
more
writing.
lost.
3, 2, 1. Stop writing.
Right.
Pens down. Pens are down.
Right.
I've got 8. I've got 8 written down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I've got
7,
9
8,
players written
9
down.
players.
8 of which are attackers playing in defensive roles.
Okay, yeah.
Exact same.
I actually know who missed the penalty, so I've
Right.
got 1 for sure.
Goalkeeper.
Yep.
David Sim.
Get it.
Yes.
Got that.
Stuart Pearce.
No.
I put bloody Steve
This
Bruce.
ain't in order of position.
Why did I put Steve Bruce?
I've got an order of position here. Adams.
No,
Tony
got
Adams.
that one as well.
Oh, yeah, Tony.
I put,
Southgate.
yes,
Yeah.
that's who missed
I've
the
got
penalty.
Southgate.
Out with 3 back. Gary Neville got suspended. That's why
Oh, I
three.
put Gary Neville down.
He got suspended previous game, so they had to play 3 at the
God's
back.
sake, Gaza.
Ince.
Didn't get
Oh,
that.
yeah, Paul Ince. Oh.
My Coronation Street clue. Platt.
No.
He's called David Platt.
David Platt, yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. He played for City, him.
Well, it's close. I put Mike Williamson.
I put Skulls.
Anderton.
Who?
Darren Anderton.
No, not a clue.
I've lost it. That's alright, we've got it here. Babadababadabadabab. Gascoigne.
Bit
Get
of
in.
Nice.
Got Gaza.
Only got 2 so
We
far.
love Gaza.
Sheringham.
No.
Got
Yep,
him as well.
get in.
Get in.
Steve McManaman.
Didn't get him.
No.
Get in. Got him.
I
And
put Ian Wright.
Shearer.
Get
I
in.
put
Got him.
Michael,
Didn't get
put
him.
Michael
1, 2,
Owen.
3, 4, 5, 6.
I
Okay, hold
put.
it. Wait, how many did you get, Josh?
I got 6.
I got 2.
Hold up.
3.
I put
I'm
Seaman,
really-
Southgate, Bruce,
Hold
Owen,
up.
Neville, Beckham,
Hold up,
Wright, and
stop.
Skulls.
Stop.
I put
Where's plus?
Seaman, Teddy Butcher, Robbie Fowler's at the back, Lee
Right,
Dixon's at the back, Nicky Butt's at the back, David Beckham's at the back.
I put
Barnes and Lineker.
Southgate, Seaman, Gascoigne, Shearer, Lineker, John Barnes, McManaman, Teddy Sheringham, Mike Williamson.
Yeah. Charlie White.
Mike Williamson.
Mike Williamson.
I thought you said Charlie White.
Mike Williamson.
I got 3. That is not a good show.
Have we
I got 2, mate.
Yeah, I got 6 on that one.
Okay, how many did you? Wait, Kieran L.
I got 3.
2.
Kieran D got 2.
I've lost already.
Josh.
I got 6.
Ooh.
So
Ooh,
you're on
that's
11,
big.
I'm on 12.
I'm on 8.
Oh.
And Josh got 6. He said. Yep. 12.
I've got
8.
I've
11.
got less than you did. On
Is
the
this
first
the
question.
is this the last one?
This is a bumper one.
Oh.
A bumper one.
This is
Man
you got to
United.
name me both starting 11s.
Oh Christ!
Oh,
Oh.
I've not got room on my sheet.
Is this the last one?
This is the last.
Wait,
This
you
is
do
the
it
last
like
one. Okay. I said play along at home.
No, I told you
Play
to
along
do
at
the
home.
tactics.
Play along at home.
Fowler.
You've got to
got
name
it.
the starting 11s of these
I
two
want
teams.
you to bomb forward on left. I want you to bomb forward.
on, Rowan.
right.
World Cup 2010 final. I'll give you the two teams.
I like this.
Holland versus Spain.
I like this.
I want the starting 11 for both teams, and if you can name it, both teams use both substitutions. If you can name the substitutions
Oh,
that came on as well,
Okay.
that came on,
Okay.
you get points for them as well. But I want the ones that came on, not the ones who just sat there.
So you want the ones that
Who
came on?
did nothing. I can give you the formations if you'd like.
Yeah, please.
Spain played a 4-2-1-2-1.
Right.
Or a 4-2-3-1 if you prefer. Holland played a 4-2-3-1 as well.
Oh wait, when was this?
2010.
Right, Puyol's not in there then. Take that back.
Thank you, Kieran. I had Puyol written down.
So did I. What did you say? 4-1-2-1-2.
Yeah. No, sorry. Yeah, 4-2-1-2-1. We'll say 4-2-3-1.
Do you know what? It doesn't matter.
4-2-3-1.
And then I need Holland as well, don't I?
Yeah.
I've got 3 players.
We'll
for
give you a
Holland
bit
so
longer for this
far.
one. I do like the different strategy. Josh just goes full head down and thinks.
I've got 3.
I'm focused.
Kieran goes relaxed.
I'm not relaxed. I'm just bloody thinking.
Then other Kieran is got his finger spread out toward his piece of paper in place.
It moves around, you know.
I swear to God, if he didn't play for Holland back then, I'm gonna be very, very sad.
And like I said, you get points if you can name the 3 subs that came on.
Virgil van Dijk wasn't good
Yeah.
back then.
Virgil van Dijk.
He
Ronnie
wasn't
van
in
der
there.
Beek,
10 years ago.
Delict was Delict
Frankie
in a
de
10
Jong,
year, 9 years
Delict,
old.
Saint Just.
What was did they both play 4-2-3-1?
Yes.
Obviously matching each other's. Matching each other, aren't they? Matching each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they did. They sort of played it differently.
My pen's gone wobbly. I'm shaking like Steven.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I've got,
5,
I've got
6,
7 Spain
8.
players and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7 Holland players. I've also got 1 sub for Spain, which I think may have come on.
Although he's got a sub, not a starting 11.
Because I know he might have come off the bench. I don't think he started the game.
No, he didn't start the game. He came on as a sub. Do I have to say who we got replaced for, or can I
No,
just say
you
he
can
came?
just say
He came on.
he came on.
He came on.
He came on the pitch. Did he make an impact? That's the question.
Oh no, because now I've took him out my starting 11.
I can tell you the times he came.
No,
some
forget
players came on.
Don't worry about it.
There was 71st minute, 99th minute, and 105th minute. That was Holland. And Spain's was 60th minute, 87th minute, and 106th minute.
Who was centre mids back then?
I played centre mid for Spain in that game.
Yeah, Kieran D.
I was,
How long have we got left?
I was in there. A minute.
Because it is.
Should we go to the 59?
Because it is 28.
Or
You
should
can
we
go to.
Should we go to 3?
You can go
3
to
o'clock?
bang on 3 o'clock.
Hang on,
That's
3
right.
o'clock. So we've got 1 minute.
Oh bloody hell!
Who played fullback for Spain?
I'll check how many people you've got, and I'll give you a bit longer if you
Who
need.
played fullback for Spain?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, please.
No, because you're giving it away.
Yeah, go on, tell me.
No.
Lato.
Oh,
Hey,
he
you
actually-
like
it took me
it.
way too long to think of a
he
player
has
then.
me
Just put Lato down there. Thank you very much, man.
Oh, I've got to name the 3 subs as well, bloody hell. Don't remember any
Bergwijn.
players from back then.
Was he playing?
No, he was eating the W.
Frankie de Jong, was he playing?
I'm missing someone really obvious here from Holland, and I just know I am.
Spanish.
I'll get the Spain to the side for a second.
Diego Costa around there? No, was he
No,
still
he wasn't.
Brazilian?
No, it wasn't. Was he still
Was
Brazilian?
Kepa Arrizabalaga.
I think
still
he was dead.
20 seconds.
20 seconds, possibly longer if you need. 15 now.
I'm giving up.
Nah, do you know what? I'm not going to get a starting 11, but I'm fine with it.
Have you got your subs?
No, I haven't. But
Maybe
it's,
put 3
it's-
random Spanish players
I've just
down.
You know what?
I've
No,
put
I'm
3
going to
players
stick
down.
with this. I'm going
Yeah.
to stick with what I've got.
Uh,
I've not got.
I've got one sub.
I've not got the 3
I
subs.
think I've
but-
got a decent guess on the Holland team.
Okay, time's up.
Right.
We'll start with the Holland team.
Okay.
Right, okay. Stecklenburg.
All right, he's naming them, Josh. Don't put in.
I'd like to take a guess.
In net,
It's Van der Sar.
Stecklenburg.
Get
What?
in.
Right. From now on, let him speak.
Van der Weel.
Right, I didn't get that out. Please.
Heitinger.
So who was the other one before
Wait,
Heitinger?
do you mean my mic?
No, he
No.
muted me. Van der Weel.
Stecklenburg, Van der Weel.
Yep.
Heitinger, who
Yep.
got a red card in the game.
Get in. Heitinger's one.
Matchson. Mathijsen.
Yeah, Matthijsen.
Von Bronckhorst,
Got that.
who was the captain. Kieran, I think, has given up. Van Bommel.
Van Bommel.
Got that
Get
one.
in.
Nigel de Jong.
Right,
Nigel
got
de
I
Jong,
actually
get
got
in.
it right. Only because he kung fu kicked that guy.
Iron Robben.
Got that.
That's who I'm missing.
How have you missed him?
Wesley Sneijder.
Get
I'm
in.
too busy bloody thinking who plays at centre back for Holland. I've got bloody Van Boyten and Drenthe.
Dirk Kuyt.
Oh
get
my!
that
Oh
one.
yeah, put him in Liverpool one, wouldn't I?
And Robin Van Persie.
Yes,
I,
got
I,
Van
I didn't even get Van Persie.
I put Huntelaar.
Okay.
Watch, I bet Huntelaar
Substitutions.
came off bloody bench, didn't he? I bet he come off bench. He has. He just has, hasn't he?
Elia.
He just has, hasn't he?
Elia.
El Haro
Oh,
Elia.
El Hierro.
He just has come off bench.
Van der
hasn't he?
Vaart.
He has
Van der
come off
Vaart,
bench,
yep.
hasn't he?
And a Braffhide.
Oh, thank God for
Didn't
that.
get that.
No one get any subs?
1, 2, 3,
No.
4.
No, I put
5,
Fabregas down for Holland.
7.
Got 6 on that.
Hold up, wait. So Kieran
I
L.
got 2.
Kieran L, how many did you get?
6.
Okay. Kieran D.
Do 1.
What did you get?
2.
Okay. And Josh?
7.
Oh, it's getting
It puts us at
tasty.
equal going
It's
into
getting
the...
tasty.
You know what, boys? Think about an outside chance of this.
Spanish. Well, in fairness,
No,
if you got all of them correct,
I
you got
think
all
you'll
of them
get
right.
it.
Put 7 players for Spain.
I know
I
one.
was very-
sub.
Okay, you ready?
Right, go on.
Yep.
Casillas,
Yep.
Ramos,
Yep.
Piqué,
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Puyol,
Yep.
Capdevia,
Cap de Villa.
I put Juan Fran in.
Put Jordi Alba.
Busquets,
Got that.
Xavi Alonso,
Got that.
Xavi,
Got that.
Iniesta,
Got that.
David Villa,
Got that.
Pedro.
Didn't get that.
Got that. Get in.
The 3 subs,
Yep.
Fabregas.
Fabregas was the one of them.
Fernando Torres.
Yep.
Yep.
Cesc Fabregas.
Yep.
And Jesus Navas.
Didn't know Navas.
Oh.
Bloody hell. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11.
I got 10.
Hold up.
1,
Kieran L.
2, 3,
I got
4,
10
5,
altogether, by the way.
Kieran L got 11.
You got 11 altogether.
Yeah,
No,
out,
not
out
altogether.
of Spain.
You Spain.
Oh, I got 8.
I got 9.
He's clapping, but
8.
What? Big.
how many did you get? 8. 8 on the Spanish team.
Me.
No, you got 9.
No, I got 9. Yeah.
It's talking to me.
Okay, well, do you want to do team of the week while I do?
Yeah, so the team of the week,
I
this
thought it was
is team of the week number 20 that's available. We've got Gianluigi Donnarumma, the second in form. We've got Ricardo Pereira of Leicester City. We've got a Serbi of Lazio. We've got Nacho Fernandez as a right back. We've got our first in form Goretzka. We've got Henderson. Second in form Mole of Montpellier. We've got in form Guerrero of Dortmund. We've got a Plea, which of course his headliners is going to get upgraded. Elisic, which once again his headliners will get upgraded. And we've got Insigne on the left wing. On the bench we've got Drakowski of Fiorentina. We've got Lejeune of Newcastle for his 2 goals against Everton. We've got Porto as a right mid, position change. Redmond as a left mid. We've got Thomason of Strasbourg. We've got inform De Jong of Sevilla. We've got Laba, second inform from Al Ain. We've got Kleiber, the right back. Ansel Malo of the Saudi League. Girl of the Turkish League. Ivan Toney of Peterborough. And Colidio of the Belgian League. It's a pretty dead one, to be honest.
Same. What a dead
Okay.
team of the week.
Is everyone ready?
Already.
Well, surprisingly, I'll give you a spoiler. I didn't win.
Oh, in third place, yes, Kieran D with 19 points. Still respectable.
Nah, it's
Still respectable.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough, Robbie.
In second place, with a respectable 26, is
Kieran.
Josh.
Oh, he's done it again.
There we go.
And the winner with a big 29 points, not much separating them, is Kieran L.
So I need to hand over the certificate
Yeah.
to you to hand over.
Thank you.
There you go.
And then Carlo Colcini.
Carlo
There we
Colcini.
go. As you can see on the screen, it's that one just there. Our podcast winner for week 4. A nice little Colcini trophy. 3-1. Well,
Eat the double.
Oh,
Eat the double.
Jameis Winston. Are we all eating a dub?
Oh, yeah,
there we
I'm
go.
eating the fattest L of my career.
Maybe you could come back next week. Right then, that is it for the Top Corner podcast. Just before I play the outro, just to make sure if you are going to join us, do come and join us on the 31st of January for Transfer Deadline Day Live. Join Kieran and Rowan. It's 10 a.m. while 8 p.m. And if you
tomorrow-
haven't subscribed to the Top Corner, or the Sports Corner as it is now called, tomorrow you can keep your eyes out if you are an NFL fan for the NFL Corner.
And what time is that NFL Corner podcast starting?
We don't know.
I'm not
It's
sure
just
'cause
going
I-
live. It's just going live on the YouTube channel.
I'm trying to plug it
No,
for you,
no.
and we don't know what time it's going live.
I had that police thing tomorrow, don't I?
Oh, and we also have law.
I don't know.
Well,
is the answer.
something will be up
It'll
on the
be- it will be
YouTube
up
channel
when it's
tomorrow.
up.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
either way, that is it for the stream. Keep your eyes out because the NFL Corner will be available. Thank you very much for watching the
Bye-bye.
stream, and we will
Bye.
see you all on Friday
Yes, we
for
will.
Transfer Deadline Day Live.
Bye.
Bye.
You don't want to miss it. See you later.
Bye.